Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Wednesday. Glad you're with us today. We have a special show, and it is all about, oh my gosh, the values, the brand new, the exciting pieces we have, you name it. Plus, we have a preview of what's coming up this weekend, which is our final piece of our Nailed It collection that is going to debut on Saturday. So we're looking forward to that, but we have a really cool show tonight. It is 3 hours live from Los Angeles, and whatever it is you're looking for, we can bring it out. If it's fine jewelry, we specialize in just that, but it's the rare, it's the exotics, and I'm happy to say that gonna kick it off telling you about this really cool mounting that actually is one of our favorites all time here, but it's actually going to be something that we haven't seen ever before, and this is really exciting. This is our 1 carat 96 diamond mounting that is probably most famous for housing our first ever yellow diamond that we brought you years and years ago. However, tonight we're going to see it for maybe only the third or fourth time with a stone that is not a diamond. Actually, it's not a white diamond, it's not a yellow diamond. We actually have a stunning, and I mean stunning, it kind of looks like an orange diamond, but better. It's a Mandarin garnet. So we're going to see this ring, one of our all-time most popular mountings. You can't get much better. You can't get much more high-end than a carat 96 in diamonds. So we're going to bring you that on the way with the Mandarin. And I'm going to tell you, if it's not the first stone on your radar, this ring might change your mind. It is just so bright and beautiful and really effervescent and cheerful. So we're going to talk about that coming up in a little bit. I think that's one of our bigger buys of the entire show tonight. Also have a big Tanzanite. I'd like to tell you right off the bat, now that we're getting into final days here of our blue wing block Ds, like to let you know what's going on with our Tanzanites. We have a 14 carater here that is going to be quite affordable given that it's a 14 carat. Plus also, we have some of our most affordable items tonight are actually in stones that you would never see at affordable prices, like Savorite garnet. We're going to bring you both a combination of earrings and a ring. They don't have to be necessarily purchased as a set together, but they're really special buys. So we're going to see those. And then we can go all the way to the end of the spectrum with a 1 carat or so Tanzanite as well to give you something that's a little bit more affordable or maybe perfect for some gift giving. If you're thinking about sharing the blue wing block D with someone else that you know. Now also there's an incredible earring wheel, and I know that normally when we see an earring wheel, it's usually just studs. We're actually going to see something really important tonight that's actually going to be drop earrings. Let me tell you, drop earrings don't just happen when you add diamonds and a lot of gold and a lot of workmanship and labor. It doesn't just happen with any old stone. Tonight, we're going to bring you a drop earring where there's actually going to be 3 of our more unusual stones you'll ever see in earrings. So they're not just about beautiful drops that are still really wearable, but it's about giving you some unexpected ideas in stones. We've got pink sapphires, we've got green sapphires, and then there's Sierra Santa Maria aquamarine as well in an earring, and they are incredibly affordable. So that's all happening. Plus we have requests. Now I will tell you, Pam will give you a second to get settled here because I got a ring to start with, but we're going to show an Imperial topaz that's already been requested by Pam. We also have, Barbara, whenever you're ready, I have a very special. The nail ring is back because Barbara wanted to see it again. So maybe getting prepped for what's happening this weekend in our matching necklace. So we're going to have that nail ring. Barbara, let me know whenever you're ready to see that. That's just going to be a little encore presentation and then also some brand new styles. I know, Anita, we've got something to share with you as well. So lots to get to, but you cannot deny we got to start with something really impressive, really bold, really different, really unique. Well, I have just the thing, because out of everything we bring you, you probably haven't seen a stone like this one. It's a stone you probably heard of, but have you ever seen a blue topaz look like this? Take a look at our first item of the night here, which is going to be item number 111 7910 to get us started. And that is why I thought if we're going to start with something unique and bold, there's nothing here tonight, no matter how rare the stone gets or how incredible the value becomes, there's nothing that's going to be as rare as the carving that is within this stone, because that's where we have, sure, it's a 10 carat 75 in that Swiss blue variety topaz, but it also has the carved design. Now, if I hold it up, you're going to see a little bit of that transparency shown through because there are the tweezers. See that? That's a transparent stone right there. So see that? I want to take it away for just a minute, but then we'll see that there is actually a carving that is done. Think of how artistic this is. Think of how complicated and complex this is to create, where there's actually going to be an artist who, forget about just a great gem cutter and lapidary, but actually an artist who is able to carve this rose down to the leaves and the petals that are just so intricate. And the stem there that you have, that's all carved on the underside of this big cabochon cut stone. And that is what creates this almost bold, almost magnifies the look here. Now it's in yellow gold, stays that way. There is only one here, and it's the only piece. I know that once upon a time there was a citrine similar to this, but this is all we have left in this incredible carved design for you. So keep that in mind. It's our 10 karat 75. I'm going to go ahead and try it on for you as well because it's a nice big ring and it's just, again, only this one. So I know if you want something unique and artistic and special and, you know, let's face it, if you have something that, you know, you've got a pretty extensive collection of jewelry already, I think a lot of you do, this is what really is going to, I think, really be that new happy addition. Now, also, I think this design, you can tell, tailor-made for this stone, the way it's almost as if the gold and the diamonds on the sides are almost like the vines that you see within that floral. So it's almost like it's wrapping or growing, starting at the stem at the base of that point there, and then wrapping up over it and giving you almost like that, you know, leafy type look where it's almost as if the gold on the sides is a continuation of what you would see from the stem from the floral, some diamonds mixed in, some of those diamonds are paved. So it really does look like that leafy pattern we're seeing. And then here's what it looks like on the hand. Now, obviously you've got a choice on how to wear a pear shape. But I think given that, you know, this way with that rose standing up as it is very directional, I think it makes sense to see it from this orientation. So to start, because that's going to have your rose facing upright. But it's only one. It's a nice big stone at 10 karat 75. It's an incredible look. And then you've got that truly cherished, just bright, bright, vivid, intense, almost like an electric blue color that we rely on the Swiss blue topaz for. And it's going to be a huge value. I mean, what good is it if we bring you something that you love and you're not enthused and excited about the price tag? That's really where I think we really do excel, even more than just, hey, here's something unique and pretty and special. Let's bring in the price tag that's going to wow you as well, because it's got a $29.99 should be price. That will not be the case here tonight. So get ready, because it's obviously super unique and very, very custom and all of that. We're actually going to make it better than even $19.99 and even better than $9.99. So this is the way you start a big Wednesday, no doubt about it. And it's not even $1,000 or $9.99. So we got a huge value right here, right now. And the best part is you don't even pay that. So remember, it's just going to stay as is in the yellow gold. We're going to size it for you so that if this is something maybe you want to wear on a larger finger inside the hand, maybe on that index or middle finger, we are doing all that for you. So that's really, really amazing. But it's also not even going to be $899. So are you ready? Because we have one and one alone, nothing else like this, nothing else is carved like this is, nothing else is going to give you this incredible idea and this look, which again, who else is going to have any piece of jewelry like this in their collection? Probably not too many. You're going to be the lucky one, and we're going to make it $888. So it stays in the yellow gold, but you decide what size you need. But let's take a look at it one last time, and then we'll be on our way. And that is going to be 30 seconds. And then we've got a great, I know we had a Boulder opal piece the other day, but it was still, for as much value as it was still hanging out around $3,000. So I thought what we would do is bring you a Boulder opal pendant that's going to be a little bit more affordable. So that's going to be hanging out. We're going to have that for you in just moments, and so much to offer tonight. But a lot of one of a kind, so feel free to dial in early and take advantage of those discounts and those values. We bring you all night long, but here we are, ready to go on that one. Somebody's got to take it. Really cool piece. We'll see who's verifying on it now. Then we're going to get to our super affordable Boulder opal, and then Pam, I'm going to bring you your Imperial. Actually, this is better than just a pendant. It's actually an enhancer. So calling all enhancer lovers. Coming up, we got something special for you that I think you're going to enjoy. So make sure you stay with us for that. And also we've got some other, if there's even anything you missed in the last couple of days and you're thinking about it and you want to see it again, let us bring it out for you. That's the best way to make that decision and find out if that's the right piece for you. So here we are, Boulder opal next. Really important, larger stone here. This is still from Australia, but it's all really that blue and green primarily. You've got a huge freeform, more or less oval, but it's a little bit off oval. So it's going to be 1123055. And this is exquisite. And you've got all that yellow gold. It's another one that's going to stay in the yellow gold for you. It does have the enhancer veil. So think about if you have, I know back in the day, some of you might have these still. These, I remember, I just immediately think of these Tanzanite tumbled beads that I had. Do you remember those beaded necklaces? We sold like a couple of, it was tens of thousands of them, right? Because they were so affordable back in the day. And, it was like beaded necklaces that were really just meant to be casual. But that's the idea. When you have an enhancer, you can use more than just a basic chain. See that little, what looks like that figure 8 safety we'd see on the outside of a bracelet? Well, that's on the inside of the bail because that's going to open up that bail. So you can actually open the bail, put it on your favorite strand of pearls, whether that's Tahitians or white pearls or golden pearls or any of the classics, right? Or you can take it on beads or anything chunkier and heavier that, typically you've got to take your favorite chain, string it through a bail. Obviously enhancer, given the flexibility it has and the openness it gives you a lot more options in how you wear it. So it's got a big size to it, which is also why you might want to put it with something a little bit larger and speaking to that, let me show it against the hand so you see what that's all about. Here's what it looks like from a distance away, and you can see this really large presence of these swirls of gold that are wrapping around it. Here's your length that you have. It's going to be a total top to bottom of 1.5 inches, including that enhancer veil, and then of course stays as is. Again, really beautiful with this Australian Boulder opal that we love, and it's not even $1,000 or $9.99. I'm going to show it on the neckline coming up next, which will also give you a little preview of what's coming up on Saturday with our, that's our nail collection. It's kind of the last piece here of our nail collection for you, which we're going to have, but look at how beautiful that Boulder opal, and now that it's in a little lower light as well, you're seeing that it also has a lot more of that color. It's a lot bolder in the color, if you will. Boulder is, yes, B-O-U-L-D-E-R, but it's also B-O-L-D-E-R when it comes to, you know, get a stone like this in the proper lighting, and you really begin to see why these stones are such headliners. Now we're going to take it back up close so you can see it that way and make it even more affordable than even $888 or $777. It's got to go, and I know we love a great opal, but I think without the diamonds, it makes it a little bit even more casual. Maybe that's the piece you wear more casually, even though it's got that bigger size to it. And we're going to make it only, you know what, skip over $699 as well. Let's blow it out. We'll make it $599. One caller only. Yes. Oh, good. Who got the blue topaz? The rose blue topaz. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Our blue topaz is gone, soon to be gone. The Boulder opal that really goes with all your blues. I mean, think about it. If you're thinking about rings too, you're going to have, you know, a match to a blue topaz or a Tanzanite or a sapphire or a lot of the different blue stones you might own. So that's very, very important. All right, I'm going to show the Imperial topaz for Pam next because I know she's debating on this one. And it's interesting because it's one of the more unique cuts we have. So congratulations on that topaz. We'll shortly see who's got this one, I'm sure, given that it's got a lot of presence. It almost looks like a floral too, just in that subtle point that's created at the base. And of course, that entire stone is bezel set. So we're not waiting for pieces to go. Let me show Pam. This is for you. This is a beautiful piece that I know she's been considering for a minute. So I thought, like anything else, like any good shopper should do, if you're ever on the fence about something and you still keep thinking about it, but you're still not 100% sure, that's why we're here live with you. So you can pick up the phone and dial in and let me answer your questions, or let me show it again and get you a full look at it here. But this is going to be 111-7621. It's another one that stays as is because this has the yellow and the white gold with it. Now this is a pretty unique Imperial because, and yes, we have a lot of Imperials that are really beautiful and intense colors, but a lot of times they're 1 to 2 carats and that's about it. Here's where you're getting up to nearly 10 carats in size. This is that oversized kabuki cut cushion, and that just means it's super elongated, right? Well more than double the length as it is wide, and that's a 9 carat 68 cushion. It does have 80 points just in yellow diamonds. I mean, there's a long way to travel around that perimeter when you're creating halos around a stone that's almost 10 carats, right? So there's first of all yellow diamonds at 80 points, then you get an additional 111 of the white diamonds as well that are so impressive. But total there, I mean, think about it, you're getting a carat 91 just in diamond weight alone in that mix of the yellow and the white diamonds together. But Pam, I'll tell you what, with this one, I know it sits a little odd here on the wheel because it's such a long kind of towering piece, but so it's sitting at a weird, you know, angle than we usually do. But take a look at that and the way it just shimmers. And thanks to that cut, again, if you're attracted to the kabuki cuts, you're going to get that really special look when it couples with great clarity, and then the beautiful golden tones that really mix between different saturations of those golden tones, from the lighter yellows to the more honey tones that you have there. That's what makes it so impressive as you see the light just wrap on through it. So let me try it on so you can get a little bit more of a face-up view to it as well. Actually, she was telling me on an email that she might be wearing it on the middle finger. And so let me just might as well model it there for her so she can see what that's going to look like on the middle finger and how beautiful that is. But this one is down, and I loved this value because I remember when it was $10,000 or $99.99. The fact it's come a lot lower for you is even better, and we're not even asking for $69.99 anymore. That stayed at that price for it was a good 8 months that it stayed right there at the $69.99 price. And don't get me wrong, I'll take $3,000 back in the pocket that I could put towards more jewelry. But if we can make it even more affordable, and that's exactly what I'm going to do, we're going to do that for you right now. So take a look. It just shimmers. It's almost like you have a waterfall of, forget water, but let's talk about a waterfall of yellow diamonds that are almost cascading through that stone. That's what it reminds me of a bit, and we're going to blow it out right now. It's actually under $5,000 now, and not $49.99 either. I was astounded at how low this has gone. It's just a function of, hey, if it's a little more unusual and it's a little bit different, it's kind of nice to get that extra discount. You're certainly getting that here tonight, where it's not even $39.99 any longer. Stays as is in the two tones of gold. Remember, the body of the ring in the back, the band itself is white gold, and then the yellow gold's for the setting of the center and the yellow diamonds with it. But I'll tell you, we're making it easy. It is $38.88 to get that one to you. So one only there, and just a beautiful, bright, really fabulous stone, because we know this stone is always rare. It's always all natural. We remember that, right? It's always unheated, untreated in any way. This is a one source stone as well. And you usually think, I know when we hear one source, we think about Tanzanite first, right? But this one's actually a lot more limited. You just don't see as much of it as you do Tanzanite, certainly. So that's a really important way to go if you like an Imperial topaz. The size, you just cannot get much bigger than that for that kind of price. And I mean, I go back with this stone a ways to where the first times I was selling this stone about 20 years ago was really loose stones only. And it was for the collectors out there. They were rarely set into jewelry, and it wasn't for, you know, any reason than just it was super exotic, and not a lot of people were familiar with it or knew about it or understood it. And so it really took a lot of education, and it took even standing next to the mine owner, as a matter of fact. That's really what got a lot of people familiar with this stone. But if it's newer to you as well, it's a really fabulous one to get. And remember, purity, plain and simple through that stone, because of the fact that it is untreated in any way. But then you've got this enormous, and it really is, it's an enormous size to get, a 9 carat 68. The stones that are 1.5 are considered large in this gem. So the fact that it is almost 10 carats, very impressive. And so $38.88 on that, and we'll take another look at it. Just again, I know most of what we bring, and I've got some beautiful pink ones today that are really more of that pinky red combination. But this is more traditional, but you're never going to get that size with that pinky color. So if you want to go for that gorgeous golden tone that I love that goes with everything, that's the way to do it. So we've got another great combination here coming up. And then I do have some Congolese tourmaline. If you've missed this Asher cut, there's a brand new sapphire, and look at this color. They didn't even name it a color because I don't think they were sure what to call it. It looks like sparkling bright lights inside this round. So we've got a purple pink sapphire that's all unheated as well, and also Indicolite and platinum. So that's kind of fun. But let's get to something super affordable. And again, Barbara, whenever you're ready, we did bring out the nail ring for you. We want to make sure, since that's an encore, we want to make sure you're with us before we show it, because I know a lot of people understand and already own that ring. So we don't want to get too caught up if everyone's already seen it. And then, of course, we do have that big special coming up this weekend with the matching necklace, which is going to debut on Saturday. So we're looking forward to that. Also, some really important drop earrings that I've loved so much over the years, that I've gifted many, many times over. Here's a little preview of that Mandarin, because that is what I'm probably most excited about tonight. Look at this, and that is just like headlights throughout that stone. I mean, seriously, that Mandarin is the best one I've seen. Yes. Okay, so the Imperial, and just for the record, is that Pam? Okay, good. Just want to make sure that I didn't go to someone else. Thank you so much. So that one's gone. And also we have this. So this is the platinum piece I was just telling you about. It's true Indicolite, and we're going to come in a little bit. Nothing else is going to be that 10 karat kabuki size for the rest of the night. So I'm going to come a little closer to our normal ring depth here and show you this Indicolite, which is item number 112348. It is a beauty, and it's true Indicolite here as well. So many of the Indicolite stones, they're named that, but then you realize they're really just teal tourmalines. They got a little too much green to be a true Indicolite. That is simply, that's not the case here. This is what we look for to really advise and really to categorize properly an Indicolite stone. It has got to be this color, and it's a carat 34 set east to west. But it's really cool the way they have just completely decked out this mounting in diamonds. I know you're only seeing a part of it now, because when you turn this and see it from the profile, not only do you see the way that this stone is set with almost this semicircular style around it, kind of like, again, really giving that stone on the east and west a little hug here on the sides, but also the big bezel set diamond that's in the profile. This will be the same on the other side, which I'll show you when it's on the hand. That's 74 points in diamonds. So no small diamond weight. It still looks really traditional when you see it at first glance up front, but then it has that really impressive style, the way it goes from every angle. And you know, as ladies who wear rings, you know and you understand well that we end up, as the wearer of our jewelry, we end up seeing the side profile of a ring usually a lot more than any other angle, including the front straight up, right? So that's where I really admire. Now, every ring and every ring designer would do this if it was easy, but it's not. And so it's complex to wrap stones around and give it all that detail from every angle, but this is what you get as an end result. When you see it on the hand, yes, it looks beautiful from that front and center top, but then you see all those details from the side. This is like the hallmark of a really good designer piece right there. You know immediately you see it that, okay, now I know that's not that ordinary, basic, someone, you know, just found it, you know, hanging out in one of those more basic jewelry stores. This is really elite level design, and that's why we love it. Almost 3/4 of a carat in diamonds. Remember, it's all set in platinum, so there is no metal change choice here. It's got to stay in that white metal platinum, which is just, again, highest end metal you can set jewelry in, so it's really nice to have. And we're going to blow it out. There's a brand new discount on $39.99 Indicolite for you. It is a one only as well, and boy, this is where I also have to remind you it is tourmaline, so it's supposed to be included. It's supposed to have a lot of visual inclusions to it, and this one just does not. So you get the beauty of that stone, you get the clarity and the brightness it has, you get the amazing color, and it's not even gonna be $29 or $19.99. You get a better value right here, right now. There's only one. I gotta remind you, and boy, things are going very, very quickly tonight, as I would imagine they will continue to do all night long. They really will. We've got a Congolese that's amazing. We've got a couple sapphires that are super unusual. We do have a really cool Tanzanite as well that is coming up. That's a fancier cut. So lots to get to, but this one's not even $19, $18, or $17.99. Brand new discount for our Wednesday. It's supposed to be all what's new, but see, when you got some of the pieces that maybe aren't brand new, it's fun to be able to discount them in this way and give you an even better value, and that's exactly what's happening right here, right now. Not even $1,777. We're skipping all of that, getting you a much better price. It's gonna go, we know that. Here's what you do. You pick up the phone, you dial in, you say, I've gotta have it, because there's not another Indicolite in our entire inventory that looks like this. It is the one and only. So let's get it at home right now. It's actually gonna be $16.99 instead. So only that one, that's it. And $16.99, brand new markdown for tonight. And let's see who's got it. And already verifying on that one. And then let's get to, I think we should probably get to the really, really unique sapphire piece that we have. We've got two purples, but one's very traditional in its color and the other's a little more exotic. So let me know on that one if you like it. $16.99. And then, just to remind you, there's actually a cashmere here as well. And I was a little amazed, speaking of great discounts, I was a little bit shocked at how low we went on a very large certified cashmere sapphire tonight. So that's very, very exciting. Yes. Great. Okay, Anita. So let's show something that, again, under no obligation to ever buy anything, just because I custom make something for you. I mean, just, you know, for the record, because we do a lot of custom designs here, and we take a lot of requests, and we work, you know, really closely with a lot of you to make sure that we can get you exactly what you need, right? So with this one, this was an idea that it was a ring we had, but it was something that she said, you know what, I've seen it with a couple of different barrels. I'm wondering if you can just make it with aquas. So it's a custom piece, but of course anybody can take it, because we're gonna just go ahead and give you a great value on this one, but it's actually 1124-140. And like I said, if I ever do get the chance and the opportunity and the privilege to custom make something for you, we love to get it done, design it, you know, come to fruition, bring it here on the air, and then you get to decide if you like it. So again, we're never gonna force you to buy anything just because we, you know, custom made it for you. So keep that in mind. This is a bypass, classic bypass ring. But what we've done is we've really amped it up here with two Sierra Santa Marias, a total of 196 in your Sierra Santa Maria aquamarines here that just could not be better. I think anybody who's educated in fine jewelry would immediately look at that and think only one thing. And this is a very good thing. I know that Sierra Santa Marias are rare and special and all of that. But if most people looked at that, they would think and assume that that is a blue diamond that you have paired up together. Like you have two identical natural blue diamonds that are together, that because they have that spark. They're obviously a higher end saturation than most aquas are ever going to give us. But they also have that perfect, brilliant quality. They're bright, they're clean, they've got that magnificent glow. It's 7 points in diamonds. Now, of course, that's where it's intentionally diamonds that are set at a kind of a large and a medium and a smaller as they graduate down the sides of the band here. And it's really important the way this looks because they're all set within. So it gives it a modern flair to a beautiful bypass ring, and yet the bypass is not going to be overwhelming to where it goes too far across the hand. That's really, I think, the best part about it is that it's a bypass that's really wearable because we kind of kept it tailored to just be those 2 stones and kept them each around 1 carat. So you've got the diamonds, which are individually nice sizes here. They're set into the white gold. I would recommend it as is, but remember, you can do yellow gold, you can do rose gold. We're still giving you that option, but here's what it looks like on the hand. And when I was originally planning this out, it was looking like it was going to be something that was going to be around $14.99. I had quoted that. Here's actually what we're going to do instead. See how bright they are, even from a distance away. And a lot of people have said many times before, I bet you those aquas only look really dark and really bright on camera. And then after seeing maybe 2, maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe 100 of them, and you see the consistency of these Sierra Santa Marias, you might be convinced to try one and then realize that, sure, indeed, they are just as bright, just as substantial in their color in person as they are on camera. And that is what the difference maker is when you actually get into Sierra Santa Maria. It makes all the difference in the world. If you're sick of looking at aquas that look colorless, they look like plain colorless stones. I mean, there's a lot of ways, and there's nothing wrong with that. They can still be beautiful, but the thing is, there's a lot of other stones that are colorless gems. And, you know, aquamarine is supposed to be, it's a blue beryl. But it's just ironic because most of the time the blue beryl that you see elsewhere doesn't have any really discernible blue to it. It just looks like clear or colorless beryl. And then you're wondering, is that what I was bargaining for when I sought after and when I sought to own and purchase a blue beryl? Did I really want something that had no color and was washed out and that looks like my, you know, like the rock crystal quartz you see out and about? That's the difference here. This is a really high-end, super saturated level. And the bright blues and the fact that there's 2 and they're completely identical, consistent in the color, that's everything. So take a look at it, and we'll make this really easy for you right now. It's not $14.99, huge value. As I said, that's where it looked like when we mapped it all out, just based on the fact you got 2 big stones and the, you know, extra gold that really makes that a little wider. Here's what I'm going to do instead. If anybody loves aquas, maybe the number 2 is significant as well, and you like the bypass kind of coming together. And for those of you that say, I'm not sure, they're not meeting up in the middle, that's not soldered together, does that mean it's going to be a flimsy ring? Is it going to be an adjustable ring? Not at all. It's all soldered that way. It doesn't move. It doesn't have any flexibility to it. We still want you to get your true size that you need. It's just part of the design element that brings it a little more width when it wraps around. And you know what? Not even $9.99. If anybody loves this, and feel free to call us right now, like a great concept we did it way back in the day with a morganite and aqua. Love it with the 2 aquas together because I think that a lot of people like to stay more traditional and not get into a lot of stone combinations, and that's fine and well, but just to still have 2, I mean, we're seeing this trend right now where a lot of 2 different stones coming together. We saw it with diamonds and engagement rings all over the celebrity set here for the last couple of years, where it's, you know, maybe that's just about flaunting wealth. It's, oh, you know what, I've got more money than I know what to do with, so I don't just want to get her 1 big diamond, I'll get her 2 big diamonds and we'll put them together. I think that's it, and it's a really chic style, but that's really the influence here, and yet it's not even $888 or $777. We want to make this easy, and so that we can really compound, give you a lot of great Sierra Santa Maria, but not have to charge you much for it, and that's why it's going to be $699 if you'd like to get it. So white, yellow, rose, again, totally up to you on that front, but it is too good, if you know what I mean, because when you get aquas that size and color, and then you couple them up, and they match, and they've got that brilliance and that sparkle, I mean, they really do. I've not had 1 carat blue diamonds ever on television. I have not been privileged enough to have any 1 carat blue diamonds. I've only had about, I think my largest blue diamond was a 14-pointer that was natural, but this is what it looks like. It's like you have those 2 1 carat diamonds paired up. So it's aqua, it's the best out there. What do we think? Does she like it? Oh, good. So we'll give it 60 seconds if anybody else would like to consider that. And then we've got, again, big wheel coming up, bottom of the hour. It's only about 2 minutes away. We're going to bring you the earring wheel with all these magnificent drop earrings. And speaking of combos, we actually have a sapphire combination, pink and green together. Aren't those pretty? But it's not just any green. It's got a little extra color and duality of color in those green sapphires themselves. And let's bring it out, the Congolese. We're really struggling to keep these in stock. And it seems like, maybe it shouldn't be a surprise at all, because this has been one of the most popular cuts in our Blue Wing Block D varieties, but I happen to have an Asher cut Congolese stone. So here it comes, and it looks, oh, so good. Look at the Beautiful. Blues and greens, perfectly blended. Sometimes with the ashers or the emerald cuts, they can actually be a little bit more, the way the facet pattern is done, they can look a little more segmented with the color. Here it's really a beautiful blend, isn't it? It looks great. And this is a one only, as the Congolese stones are, because there's never really two that are identically alike. 1123-552 is coming up right now. So remember, one only. Is there like a rainbow happening right there in the middle too? I see these pinks and these golden colors as well. But it's our 212. It's our 212. Asher cut Congolese, 92 points, is going to make up that double halo. And then one more note about this double halo. It's not just a double halo. There's actually, if you look at the, what I call the compass points, north, east, south, and west, that would be the midpoint of each of the four sides of the stone. There's actually an additional diamond round brilliant. So you see one up top, one on the right there, one at the bottom, and then one on the left. So that's just a little bit of interest just to bring, kind of give it a little more completion to the feel, just a little bit less. So when you see it, it really is only a factor when you see it from the side profiles and you see that there's a little extra diamond weight there. So it's just a nice little detail and touch. Wanted to point that out. So 92 points in diamonds, white, yellow, or rose on this one as well, but this keeps it classic, and boy, is that asher pretty, isn't it? The way it just lights up. And of course, another one that's really, it's cut that's showing off the incredible clarity. Is I'm going to give it a polish before I try it on for you, because it looked like it needed a little extra. There we go. Now it's looking fabulous, and there's that glow we're accustomed to seeing with this stone that is so bright and so beautiful. And it's only going to be, what is going on? It was a $49.99 piece. Usually as low as a $49.99 piece to start goes is usually maybe $29, maybe even, you know, you think about $29.99, usually that would require it being here for months on end. That's not the case here. This has already been dropped $2,000 to get it down to $3,000, and now we're taking it lower by a mile. So call me early if you like it, because you know what's going to happen here. You know what happens every time we bring you a Congolese stones, and let's just face it, there's only one other one that's coming up in a bigger size today, and it's going to be the, it's going to elevate quite a bit because it's a 923, so that's going to take you quite a bit different in price range. So if you're looking to be a little bit on the more affordable side, here's the way you go, here's the way you get one, and it's not even going to be $19.99. There's a big value already happening on this Congolese blue-green together, and yet it's not even going to be $19.99. That is why you want to dial in. Then we're going to get to our earring wheel, in which we have all these gorgeous drop earrings that are on the way. But if you'd like this one, I'm taking another $500 discount right here, right now. $500 extra off. That means $14.99 to get that one to you. So a huge value on a very impressive stone and a really good clarity and color. So that is the way to get your Congolese, at least in the more affordable realm today. And tonight, that's going to be the one I would recommend, and still just every bit as lavish a color and cutting as you could ever want, wish, or hope for. So that is going to be one for the ages. Now we got a big earring wheel blowout. The only challenge here is that there's a reason why, just from a behind the scenes aspect, there's a reason why we don't do a lot of wheels of drop earrings. And that's because no drop earring likes to sit on the wheel properly. And when we use the stands, that's great, but then you have to zoom so far back you can't see the details. And we really like to see the details of our stones. So as I just prepare you here, this may not be the most elegant of setting as far as setups, but I'm going to do my best here to show you what we have. So take a good look as we kind of prop them up, because that is why, precisely why most earrings, yeah, that one's going to be the trickiest one, so I'm starting there. But these are green sapphires. So remember I told you at the beginning of the show, we actually have these really, really rare earrings, because not only are they drops, but it's about the stones that they feature. So bear with me on those, because I'm going to have to, you know, obviously, you know, I'm going to try them on and show you the length and all that. But that's option one. So it's a drop, so there's a lot of moving parts here, and I mean quite literally. And then we have this gorgeous aquamarine. So already have the aqua pear shapes paired up together. Now we're going to pair up some trillions for you that are going to be the end point of this drop earring style that starts with a larger diamond section of pave. So these are all leverback styles. They're all going to give you a little bit of length, and then look at how we complete the trio here, and this one may sit up a little bit better if I finesse it here. But those are actually going to be some pink sapphires in a kite cut. So they're in the rose gold now. Here would be my recommendation. If you're not into rose gold, good news, we have all three gold colors available on this earring as well. So just note the one in the back is going to sit up a little better for us. But this is the idea, and I will, again, please bear with me, because I'm going to go ahead and show them all on the ear, and we'll show you the length that they give you. But this is what's so exciting. It's the value, and those are all incredibly important stones. I mean, a lot of times we'll see an earring, it's either just basic, straightforward diamonds, something like that. That's not what we're looking at here. And it's not just about the rare exotic nature of the stones themselves, green sapphire, pink sapphire, aqua, it's about the cuts for each and every one of them as well. That's really that's the difference. That's the beauty of it, is that you're getting kite cut pink sapphires. You're getting, yes, the traditional would be the oval and the green sapphires, but then you even have a trillion cut in these Sierra Santa Maria aquamarines that are just dazzling. Everything you saw in those pear shapes in that last ring, you're gonna get tenfold in a trillion cut. Yet think of the workmanship that goes into a drop earring. There's a lot of those, you know, moving parts and moving pieces, and it's more complex to create, of course, but then you get the drape, the length, all of that. It is stunning, but this is a value like you will not believe. That's why they're all together on a wheel. So as much as that is a challenge to show you what they're all about here when they're all trying to sit on their own, it's about bringing you one great price on all 3 earrings. Maybe, I love the diversity of the colors, so if you like one, or if you're into drop earrings, you might just take one of each, because they're vastly different in their style. Even though they're drops, one is lengthier than the other. One is giving you that oval with those halos. The other's the kite cut with the diamonds up front. Then you've got, of course, I love the aquas. The aquas with that elongated diamond shape is amazing, isn't it? So they're all going to be the same price. They started at $29.99 and up. So that was just a starting point. They certainly, most of them went up from there. I'm going to help you out. We're going to help you own them. And again, remember, choose your gold color in each and every one of them. So if you don't love the green sapphires, which have a touch of blue to them, but I would say mostly green here, a little bit of golden green to them. You can see the diamonds start at the top of the lever back, then they have almost like that true double arched effect. And then you've got here, the pink sapphires are gonna have, that's the kite cut and the pink sapphire. It's a really truly hot pink sapphire as well. And then you get the diamonds in front of the earring. This is the aqua, also with that trillion shape to it. Really, really pretty, and love those in the white gold, yes. You got it. Pink sapphires first. We'll start there. That's going to be item number 112, 1157. Here's a look at them from a distance, and then we'll get you a measure and try them on. So remember, don't have to leave in the rose gold. That would be my last choice. I would love to see these in the white gold, much like our other 2 are set, but there they are. They are a little over 1 inch in length, really an inch when you talk about just the gem weight overall. I'll pop one on, but also they're item number 112. 1157. Tony, these are pretty important earrings at $3,000 and up. So what I was thinking is we could pop up the graphics maybe briefly, just because this is not just minimal carat weights. And I want you to see what you're getting, because you're not going to spend $29.99. That's a given. But you are, for the case of the sapphires, which is 112, 1157, you are getting a carat 40 of pink sapphires. So 70 points in each. Then you're getting the diamond weight of 16 points. And this is what they will look like on, just to give you an idea of that drop that they're going to give you from a distance away, just so you can see that pink sapphire and how just gorgeous and bright it is, because it is that higher end, really, really special pink sapphire. That's the hotter pinks that we love. And there you can see how they're going to move and how they're going to work in a primary piercing. So again, 1 inch on those drops. Let's switch them out here. So again, carat 40, 16 points in diamonds. I'm going to switch them out for the aquas next, and then we'll go to the green sapphires. But you've got a choice of, and they're not going to be $3,000 any longer, nor are they $19.99. Let me know, did you get the Congo? Oh, good. That Boulder opal pendant is gone as well. Thank you so much. A lot of pieces from earlier are going. And I'm going to show you the aquas, which are going to be item number 112, 2419. That's going to be also white, yellow, rose. I think it's pretty obvious what we're going to choose for the most part here is going to be the white gold with the aquas. But you're getting a carat 30 in the Sierra Santa Marias. They're trillion cuts. That means you got about 65 points apiece on those stones. Then you have 26 points in the diamonds. And so when you see your aquas, it's going to be the lengthier pair, and I'll get you a measurement here as soon as we try them on for you. But there they are at a carat 30, and then you have the 1 3/4 in the length. So that's going to be the lengthiest of the 3 that we have up here. None of these pairs of earrings are even going to be $19.99. So you already are talking about a major value. Look at how beautiful this extension of the lever back is clean. That's going to be all your mirror finished gold. Then you have the diamond pave portion there in the middle, and then the aqua is going to finish it up. So all of this jewelry, not even $999 a pair. This is what is so shocking about this value, is that right here and now we're at $999, and that is not your final price tag. This is truly every bit a blowout trio. It really is. So we're going to take another look, and I'll complete the set here with the The beautiful green sapphires, because that's the one that's really tricky to see right now. So we'll show those to you, but nothing up here is $9.99. I know I'm showing you the details and dropping the price at the same time. How confusing, right? But I want you to be able to start shopping. Start shopping the earrings, get your favorite before they're gone. Obviously very limited on what we have. Here's the green sapphire variety, and here's how they look upright. This is why we don't do earring drops all together like this. They're almost impossible to show you on a wheel, but there it is, 1 inch in length. This is item number 111 8800, and that'll be your green sapphires. You know how rare green sapphires are? It is truly, and these are all unheated natural stones too, and this is going to be diamonds as far as the eye can see when they're on, which I will show you next. So we're going to bring up the graphics because you're getting a large diamond weight here of 38 points. That would be the highest diamond weight of the three, is in your green sapphire earrings. So give me a second to just pop one on. It does take me about 2 seconds to put one on. And then you've got, with the greens, you got a carat or two in the green sapphires. And we'll take a look at it here so you can see what you're getting. It's going to be, again, 1 carat 02 in the oval sapphires. Those are the greens. They have a little bit of gold and blue to them. And then you get your green sapphires with that arch. It's like a double arch of diamonds and the diamonds in front of the lever back, and that total diamond weight is 38 points. So take what you love. Not a single pair is $9.99 either. This is just straight up value. That's what this is. We're going to go back to the wheel, show them all up close. Take your pick or take one of each. Sounds crazy to do that, right? Not when you see this value, and we're busy on the phone lines already. So I'm going to prop them up, each and every one of them, so to see them up close. One more time, there's the green sapphire, beautiful with those diamonds as far as the eye can see. Here is your stunning, I love those trillions, look at those trillion aquas doing their thing, bright as can be. And here are the kite cut hot pink sapphires, looking fabulous, super clean. They're all set on a beautiful platform of gold, which is of your choosing. Don't feel like you have an obligation to choose the rose. You can take the white or the yellow gold as well. But every pair is not $9.99 a pair. They're not $8.88 a pair, and they're not even $777 a pair. So how about that for some serious value? And they're drops. We do this all the time with stud earrings. You don't see drop earrings reduced. There's just too much workmanship, too much labor, and everything requires more. More gold, more stone weight in the center, and more diamonds in this case as well. And so that's not something you see discounted very often. We're not even doing $777 a piece. Take your favorite, take your pick, whatever it may be. They are not going to last because we are limited, and as soon as our operators take a pair for you on your behalf, we will be counting them down, and we will see them sell out right here, right in the next minute or two. Do not wait. That's the whole thing. It's not even $777. Think about it. You're choosing basically choose your earring, choose your gold color. That's what you're doing. It's a two-step process. And maybe choose how many you need because, of course, well, what could be better? They could be great gift ideas. Remember, these are all birthstones. The sapphires for September, the aquas for March. They're all giving you diamonds, and they're not even $700 a pair. So again, it's one of those values where welcome to, yes, diamond and gorgeous gemstone, exotic gemstone drop earrings for $699 instead. And that is for literally, well, I don't even know, 60 seconds or as long as they last. Yes. So pink sapphires, thank you so much. I'm going to count them down. Operators, if you'd be so kind, I do have a little bit of quantity, but it's limited to just a couple pairs of each. So I want to make sure that we can count them down together. So if you would like a pair, let me know now. $6.99. Pink sapphires are already popular. Congratulations and enjoy. So $6.99. We've got 60 seconds with those. I know it's not a lot of time, but that's because, again, got to make sure. I mean, with a loss like that, every single pair that goes out, it's going backwards in price tag according to cost for us. So we want to make sure you have a chance to pick them up as fast as you can and take advantage. All right, so final call. Jason, what pair are you getting? Pink sapphires, green sapphires, or aquamarines? Your choice of all $6.99 a piece. Think about it. You're getting all three pairs if you want to build the wardrobe there. You've got all three pairs for under $2,100. Think about that too, because that'd be a really cool opportunity. Don't forget our Congolese Ashercut still here if you'd like it. I think we still have the Indicolite and Platinum as well. So that's all that remains from the show. So just so you have a little update there. Yeah. Thank you. The aquas are my personal favorite, probably because they give the most length, and I do love a trillion. So aqua's also very popular here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is the way to do it. Final call. We can get you right through. If you had a little trouble earlier, come on in and we can get you a pair of your favorite while they last. So Aquamarine's in the back right. The green sapphires are right here up front. It's definitely got a golden green, a little touch of blue there as well. Those are all unheated stones. Remember, they're over a ½ carat each on the sapphires alone there. So you've got a really good look. And then, of course, our pink sapphires, these really elegant specialty cut pink sapphires. I just wish those were in the white gold now. I just think that's more traditional with the hot pink that you have there. So take your favorite. We'll have those for you for it looks like a moment or two, and then we'll keep on rocking. That's all my drop earrings. Besides, we can bring you all straight up diamonds later. That's actually going to be our diamond spike design that I've purchased. At this point, I've lost track of how many times I bought these earrings, but let's get to our fancy cut Tanzanite because this is just a value. Straight up value. It's one of those more modified cuts. I know it looks like a pear shape and then you realize, oh, I see. They added a little extra to that cutting. So it really is specialty. It's 1124066 and it's a one only that's gonna fly, but it's actually got, look at the reds coming through. This is like you're combining more of what you would see in an octagon or a hexagon cut, and they're combined with the pear shape itself. So it's 1124066 and it's a 602 actually. So it's a really nice size. I find that, you know, we don't get a lot of these fancy cuts, so I think that we may not be able to instantly recognize what the carat weight is going to be just based on a visual. So I think it's really important to make note of that carat weight of 602, but it also is going to be a very important value. And how about that? Each little notched facet along the outside edge, because you know how pear shape is. It's usually really very curved and rounded, and so it kind of streamlines it. This is where you're getting those facets around the edge there, which just give it that's what makes it the fancy cut. That's what makes it unique. That's why there's only one. It's a 602 with 38 points, but how about we take a look at the fact those are just individual yellow diamonds on each side. Good size individual yellow diamonds as well, given that they are just shy of a 1/5 of a carat yellow diamond pear-shaped stone. So that's impressive too. You've got a bezel and a prong setting. It is one in the world. I mean, this is really taking a 3-stone style and elevating it beyond what you would ever find in a retail store. Of course, those retail stores, we love them, but they don't have Blue Wing Block D. So that's the first aspect. You're never going to get this quality from a retail store. But then there's also the issue of yellow diamonds is an upgrade. And we're not talking about any old yellow diamond. We're talking about a natural yellow diamond. There's no treatment to that yellow diamond on either side. They are completely 100% natural through and through. It looks like this on the hand. It stays as is, which is, of course, two-tone gold, because we want to match, of course. We've seen over the last 5 years plus, we've seen most of our Tanzanites being most popular in white gold. But, of course, being the yellow diamonds are there on the side, we want to add that yellow gold surrounding them. So that all works really, really well. It's just a natural, I think, a natural combination that makes sense. And that gives you, I think, perfect for those of you that may mix or match your golds as well, your metal colors. You've got everything in one ring. So no matter what you're wearing on the neckline or on the bracelet, you know, wrist area or whatever it is throughout the day, this is the ring that you always get to wear because it's got those 2 tones of gold. So you don't want to be without this ring. If you have this in your collection, you want to be wearing it and all the time. And the best part is it's not $89.99 any longer. Got a huge value for you. Let's make it simple and easy and affordable. And again, shouldn't you pay more for a fancy cut? Yeah, absolutely. Prior to this, it was always, okay, an emerald cut is fancy, a round is a fancy cut. That's usually what we mean by premium cuts. Those are cuts that inherently, no matter what the stone is, no matter if it's regular basic material or if it's a little bit higher end like this, no matter what the stone is, if it's a round, if it's an emerald cut, those are wasteful cuts that always tend to go for more money. There's a premium to those cuts. Well, this is a totally different level of premium cutting. It's totally artistic. So it's not something that, you know, there's worries with lapidaries, and you're probably wondering, why don't they do that all the time? Why aren't there lapidaries out there that always take rough material and create these unique cuts? And the reason they don't is because it's a little bit risky to do so. And the last thing you want to do is take really valuable gem material rough and risk it failing, essentially, right? If the cut fails, you end up with no stone, and that's not something you want to do when you're working with especially the best Tanzanite in the world. So how about this? A better value than $4,500, which is half off. We'll take it lower than that, and by far. You're not paying $45,000, you're not paying $4,000. We're going to get it down below $3,000, make it $29.99. And even just the way the prongs, that prong up top at that corner edge, and then the other 2 with it along the sides, really good look. So $29.99 gets it to 1 collar. And we will have that on its way. And by the way, Asher cut, earrings. We have blue winged block D Asher cut earrings that are enormously pretty. And just a little heads up on what those look like, because still that amazing blue winged block D element. This is probably, out of all the drops we've ever had, it's the one that's caught my eye. Really important stones. Look at that size. And each of those Asher cuts, by the way, is about 8.5 carats. And you'll get a match pair. So how about that? If you are really in the mood for a gorgeous designer Tanzanite earring, they're here tonight. So that's going to be coming up for you. Oh, and I did bring out, there's a new golden Tanzanite. So you know the golden zoisites we've been showing you of late? I've had two just this past week. Well, we've got a really cool new oval for you as well. So if you're missing out on those, got a new one for you. And then we'll get into, I've got a really special opal. So I know that we had some of you asking about opals earlier, right? Because we had the big Boulder opal. I've got a ring that's going to take us to Australia's lightning ridge material that we love. We're going to bring that out. But I really have to show you this. This sapphire is so stunning. Look at this sapphire. Showing it one more time, a pink and purple. So for anybody who says a purple sapphire would look just like a Tanzanite, no, they do not. There's that purple-pink combination. We're going to see that in a bit. Don't wait on, well, don't go anywhere, because if you're waiting, we're not going to wait too long or too much longer to show you this. It is my absolute favorite of the entire show. I got to tell you a story when we get there, because it's really fascinating. And maybe if you're really, really paying attention every day to the shows, you might remember I talked about this ring, but didn't show it to you. And there was a very specific reason why. So send everybody back to the drawing board, and we made it happen. And so the new stone debuts tonight. Can't wait for that one. But here we go. I've got a quick wheel. So we have about 10 minutes till the top of the hour. I'm going to show you a phenomenal, and this is literally a phenomenal trio. And do not hesitate to dial in the second you see something you love, because, well, that's where we begin. A ring I've never presented to you before. So where this has come from, I have no idea, but it is because if I had seen this in our inventory, that would be one of my first choices to share with you right away because of its quality. Then we have, look at this mosaic pattern to this lightning ridge opal. And I also, because these are 3 different phenomena, so I thought this is kind of a lesson for our window shoppers tonight too. As much as this is an opportunity for our collectors to shop the wheel at an incredible discounted price, that's why it's here in the first hour. This is also going to be a lesson in what phenomenal gems and really the most really important and well-known phenomena gems are, because each and every one of these is a phenomena gem, but a different variety. So we'll walk you through what they are, but take a look at this. This is one, I know this one's going to lean a little bit. I'm hoping it can kind of stay upright here for me just for a moment, because there is, on the left side, we'll start there. That is, of course, an opal. So we know opal is a phenomenal stone. It's called play of color. That is the phenomena for the stone. And keep in mind, this isn't just fun for a little lesson learned about gems and what these different phenomena look like, but they're all here for a reason on the wheel together. A, to give us a little phenomenal lesson, but also more importantly, to discount them down and get them all out the door. That's what we're doing. So isn't that exciting? You get a huge discount, and let's face it, most of these pieces belong in museums more than they belong on a sale rack, if you will. That's kind of the equivalent. When we see pieces together on a wheel like this, it's kind of like our way of doing, you remember the olden days with department stores, and you'd go to the back, they had all the beautiful, lovely displays, right? And there were those really, you know, beautiful, you'd see everything in the front, and then you walk by, and the really good stuff would be on the mannequins, and then there'd be those, you know, displays, and then somewhere in the very, very, very back corner by the fitting room, there's that clearance rack, right? The only difference is that was usually on clearance because it was the old season, it was maybe the tired, whatever. That is not the case here. This is the way we do that, but these are, I mean, here's one I've never even shown you before. In that cat's eye, these are the ultimate high-level collectible gems, and they're going to be marked down. So this is where I love that when we shop here, it's not about, because a lot of people look at these values and go, okay, so what's going on? How does that happen? How am I getting values like this on fine jewelry that's exotic? And the answer is, it's all in how we create it. It's the fact we created ourselves. We're not buying from, you know, 18 different people where it passed through 18 different channels to get here. It is all about creating pieces directly for you and giving you those one-of-a-kind opportunities. And they don't get much more rare than what's up here on this wheel right now. So let's take a look. For the collectors out there, we have the big opal on the left side. It's our gorgeous platinum piece. Yes, we've got platinum all the way across the board here. So not only is it phenomenal, but it's also platinum all across the board, and they're practically free, which I guess we should say PHRE, R-E-E. That's a big, big deal about what's happening right now because they're practically free. They're phenomenal pieces and they're all in platinum. So we got all the fabulous, fabulous things we love and yet one price tag. So let's talk about this one first. That's going to be our 175 black opal out of Australia's Lightning Ridge. And it has 46 points in diamonds, classic halo. Then we go to the center, platinum as well. You know that. Look at the inside finishing on that ring. That is one of the more elaborate undergalleries I've seen. That's our 201 cat's eye chrysoberyl. That does have an elaborate 98 points of diamonds. It's going to be both baguettes and rounds. And did you see there's some fancy cut marquise cuts in there as well? So that's going to be one opportunity. I mean, look at that. That is one very special setting. Actually, are there any rounds? There may not be. Those are all different sizes of tapered baguettes. And then your fancy cuts in the that kind of like that interlocking style in the middle. So then we have, again, cat's eye means chatoyant. That's what that phenomenon is all about. 2 carat 198 points. And then we go here. That one I'm going to give a little bit of help to. That is our star or asterism ruby. It's a 203 platinum ruby. And again, it'd be fun to put these up one by one so you could get all the information. That's why I'm asking you to listen carefully because they're all different descriptions, but they're massive stones for their varieties. To get 2 carats plus in your star ruby, 2 carats plus in the cat's eye, and then a 175 opal that obviously looks more than 2 carats because it's a less dense stone. You've got all these big ones here. So they're practically free. They're phenomenal, and you take what you love, and they're all in platinum. So none of them can be changed, of course. They stay in the white metal that is platinum, but we're very excited to bring this to you at a huge, huge value. So all you got to do is call. Nobody's on the lines yet because you're probably thinking, great idea, Lolo. We're just a few minutes from the top of the hour and a big special, and you're putting up the $10,000 items, expecting us to buy everything on that wheel. I am fully expecting that because I know where this price is going, and I know how good it is. So the answer is, yeah, they're all going to go. No doubt in my mind, they will all go. There is no chance that any one of these three sticks around. So the best thing to do is, a lot of people say, I'm not going to call. Why would I call if I don't know the price? Because wait till you see where we're taking it. Remember, it's that clearance concept, but on some of our most high-end luxury deluxe pieces in platinum entirely. Platinum, phenomenal. And big sizes of those center stones, and not a one of them is going to be $99.99. So come on in, take a look at them, and we'll get them out the door very quickly here because that's going to be all we got left. And we have 4 minutes left till the next hour starts. So come on in. This is a first hour special opportunity, and they're not $49.99. Come on down. These are really going to be affordable. You have to trust. I've been doing this 22 years. I have a very, 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 very high level of truly demanding value at this point. I don't show up to do this for my health. I'm here to bring you values. I'm here because I really, truly want to experience and have everybody experience rare and exotics without having to break the bank to do it. That's a different kind of way to do things in the jewelry world. And that's why we're existing for you. And instead of $49 or $39 or $29.99, and remember platinum, big time stones here, that's our opal. Look at the great segmented color you get here. It's blues and greens, but look at how that is. Essentially, it looks like you have 2 stones put together, but it's all one. That's that mosaic pattern we love. Bigger diamonds around it. Gotta love the cat's eye right here. That's that true milk and honey color. It's practically a round stone as well. And then we've got the star ruby, which is over 2 carats. Gotta make sure you know it's a big time stone to get over 2 carats, plus it has 87 points in diamonds. They're also fancy cuts, baguettes, marquise cuts, all together there. So here's what we'll do. Instead of even $2,000, I got to make sure they all go. I told you they would. So with nobody on the phone lines yet, it looks like we're going to have to really push the envelope here as far as that whole discounting thing I was talking about. They're under $2,000. Which phenomenal do you not have yet? Which do you like the most? Which do you want to try? Which do you want to experience in person? Because guess what? For as good as they look here, they're going to look even more impressive when you see them in person and when you really understand and see the kind of way that each of these phenomenals move really with the light. So as you're wearing it, they only get better. There's only so much they can move here now on a wheel, right? And as you see them really move and play with the light, you get to really see each and every one of those phenomenals really shows up. So whether it's the asterism, that remember moves, the chatoyancy does as well. It goes left to right in that long vertical chatoyancy. Then you have, of course, you saw already, just as I move it subtly, the play of color that shifts based on that opal in big, bright segments of blues and greens. Whichever one you want, they're not even $19.99. You thought that was as good as I could go? We're going to make it a lot better than that. Take a look. Which one is your favorite? Let me know. Which one do you like, Jason? Tell me now, because we are going to really blow them out. And the fact is they all have got to go in now 2 minutes. Which one? Let me know. Which one? Good. We're going to go there first. So we're going to try this on for you. This is the Cat's Eye Chrysoberyl, 1123627. It is the 2-carat 01 Cat's Eye Oval, 98 points in diamonds and very elaborate diamonds. Lots of fancy cuts there, and look at that solid platinum. This has got a heft to it too. It feels so good. It's got a lot of weight to that ring. It's not 19, 18, 17. What's going on? We need to blow out 3 rings, and we're doing it right now. So if you wanted to take the stones out, keep the stones, save the centers, keep the diamonds, and melt down the platinum, you'd be living right to do so right now. That's how good this value is. They're not even $1,799. We're going to keep on going, and trust me, they will go. 60 seconds is all we have. Then we kick off yet another hour. We've got hour number 2 about ready to begin. I just don't want you to miss out on these deals. These are so amazing. And each one, remember, 2-carat ruby, 2-carat plus cat's eye, and the carat 75 in that lightning ridge opal. And they're not even $1,799. Call me quickly. This is for the collectors. This is for anybody who says, yeah, I never thought I was going to get an affordable opportunity to own any of those rare exotics. They're right here, right now. And they're not going to be $1,777 either. So all you have to do is start dialing. We're giving it 60 seconds, and I'm knocking down that price yet again for our 3 callers, or anybody who wants to just, collectors are going to take more than one, I would imagine. Why wouldn't you, right? At this kind of price, make them better than $1,700. This is 3 of the major phenomenal stones that exist in the world. We're talking about, again, play of color, chatoyant, which is otherwise known as cat's eye, and asterism, otherwise known as a star. That's what's so cool, is seeing all 3 of these totally different stones, but at one crazy low price, and they're $1,699 only. That's it. And then when they go, they go. So make sure you dial in, get your favorite, whichever one that may be. Sounds like the cat's eye may already be gone. And remember, they're solid platinum as well. So that is a miracle price on really what is. Phenomenals are like, they're like miracles of Mother Nature, is really, because they're doing something extraordinary with light. That is how we define, thank you, the cat's eye is sold. That is how we define phenomenal gems. As a category overall, we talk about phenomenals are things that, characteristics that do extraordinary things with light. Each and every one of these is a bit different, yes, but that's really what they do. And boy, these stones are great examples of that. So final call, $16.99. Thank you on the cat's eye. And then our opal is here. Remember, that's going to be 1123464 on the opal. We'll just bring up the graphics real quick just so you can see a glance at it if you're thinking about this opal, which has that really cool, bigger kind of pattern to it. Really nice. There's pinfire, is a type of opal pattern. That's really where you get small little specks of color. This is where you get more really, yes, high wattage, beautiful, bold colors. Yeah. Oh, good. From earlier? All right. Our Indicolite from earlier is also sold. So it just leaves us with 2 pieces left from the entire show tonight. And that would be the Congolese tourmaline and that specialty cut Tanzanite, and of course the 2 rings that are up here. It's a carat 75 tone. Carat 75 opal, 46 points in diamonds on that halo in platinum. Yeah. And then the ruby on the other side, don't forget, that's a 203 star ruby. It's got 87 points in diamonds, fancy cuts there as well. So just a big moment for our lovers of the exotic stones, because they're hanging out right there for you. Enjoy them. All right, coming up, we're going to give it 30 final seconds because a lot of people just may be tuning in and checking those out, and those are the 2 we have available. So again, carat 75 opal on the left with that 46-point diamond weight. The right side, item number 1123464 on platinum, 203 ruby. I mean, my goodness, a 2-carat 03 ruby would never be that price if it were faceted without a phenomenal property. This is a phenomenal asterism stone. So that makes a big difference. $1,699 for that stone. That's the 203. It's 1123464. If you'd like to grab it, and we've got about 35 seconds or so remaining. This one just doesn't sit on its own very well because of that beautiful cascading detail it has with those baguettes and rounds. Rather baguettes, there are 2 rounds, but it's mostly baguettes and marquise cuts here as far as your bigger diamonds are concerned. So congratulations, 20 seconds left, and we'll welcome you to the show if you are just tuning in, and we'll give you a great opportunity for a big top of the hour special. And then don't forget, at the bottom of this hour is when we will finally reveal all the details of this incredible Mandarin garnet. And I'll tell you all about how it ended up getting here and why it was delayed a bit and the whole thing and why we're so excited about it. One of our most all-time popular mountings is here, so get ready for that. And then Barbara, if you're out there, I know Barbara at some point in the last couple of days since I last saw y'all, she wanted to see the nail ring. So Barbara, I know it's a repeat item, so I need to know you're with us to show it. But if you are, Barbara, waiting to see that nail ring again presented on the air, please let me know. All right, let's keep moving. 2 phenomenal pieces and 2 other phenomenal pieces available from the show so far. Blue Wing Block D, also our really special Congolese, and then of course lots more to get to tonight. Also, if you are a collector, I know this isn't a phenomenal stone, but there is a phenomenal price tag with this cashmere, and it is gorgeous. That's a cashmere sapphire, and it's been certified by GIA. So just a little heads up on that one that's here. And then we do have another assorted wheel and some museum pieces later on. But let's talk top of the hour. We're so glad you're with us tonight. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a great week so far. And we're really, really always happy and thrilled to have your presence and just, hanging out with us. I know we got a lot of it's usually like Wednesday night window shopping, right? And then usually what happens is I make the prices so darn irresistible that, we end up shopping and, end up getting something you can't live without because the prices are so good. So we hope to do that tonight and, just love having you here with us. We're going to do in about 25 minutes. So at the bottom of this hour, we will unveil and bring out that stunning Mandarin garnet for you. I've been waiting for another, 3 weeks for this to be here. So really looking forward to bringing that to you. But we also there's a diamond band that is a popular one always. And then we also have something special here in earrings. This is one of the rarest stones you can get your hands on today if you can. That's the big challenge. It's not easy to get. We've got some Savorite garnets coming up, and I know, before you change the channel and say, Savorite, it's like, I cringe a little bit every time I say Savorite because it is one of the most expensive stones the world over. So it's really, really tough, and I feel like when I say Savorite, a lot of people go, don't even tempt me with the Savorite, they're beautiful, but I can't spend the money. That's why I'm really excited about this top of the hour, because I have to do something at every top of the hour to wow any of our new shoppers that might just be, flipping through the dial, checking in, glancing at what we have. This is the ultimate value. And I will tell you right now, if a smart collector's out there, I would not be surprised if somebody says, how many pairs do you have? I'll take them all, because of this value being the way it is. It's just utterly spectacular. So let's take a look at this, and I'm going to move those rings aside and show you, I'm going to give this a little extra polish here, and show you our Savorite garnet earring that is not the basic Savorite garnet earring either, because you hear me say it all the time with Savorites is that, and keep in mind, we just had 3 rings, so please allow me to come into my normal depth. Again, I'm the camera person here and all that, so let me just come back in for you, because this is our normal depth for the record, right? So I just want to make sure you're aware, and then we zoom back a little bit for these larger button-style earrings, which you have a choice to wear either north to south or east to west or however you want. But this is just what Savorite should be in its ideal category. Bright, glorious green colors that look more like what you might expect emeralds to be, and then you realize, yeah, emeralds don't usually ever give us that kind of clarity. This is garnet, rare one source garnet here, 1124030 is your item number, and we're thrilled to have them. So this is going to be a bit monumental as far as like in the history of the network. It's going to be one of those moments we look back fondly on and say, yeah, never going to happen again. I'm going to do a little, what's called a lost leader in our business. It's something where I've got a very expensive earring here on the air. No doubt everyone knows that, especially when you learn that there's a carat 10 in Savorites, so 55 points in each, identically matched, and then we finish it with a halo of 18 points in diamonds. So when you realize all of that, you're probably, again, everything we know about Savorite is probably ringing true. You're expecting a higher price tag. You're looking at the color and seeing how really spectacular it is and thinking, that's going to be a pricey piece. Well, especially when there's 2 matched up and they're gleaming and glowing like these are. Also, it would be a garnet birthstone, so that applies to January. So just something for my January kids to think about. But it's also one of those that just is perfect, and that is something we really don't say often with Savorites, because it really is that bright open color. They're not too dark like most Savorites, just become instantly too dark. They just get too dark in their greens to where they look more like onyx, and that's not what we're going for. This is how they'll likely sit in your ear. I do want to point out, we do the post at the upper third of the earring, but not at the very tippy top. So you've still got piercing coverage when they're on. You're going to have a post and butterfly backing, but this is what you're getting as far as a look from a distance. A wow of an earring, no question. And I want you to admire here, now that I'm holding them up, it's a little lower lit area here, and yet look at the movement and see how bright the greens are, how they're glowing. I mean, take a look, and the white background washes them out a bit, but look at that. On a skin tone where you see that bright gleaming green that is so bright, so attractive, so high end. Here's what they look like, 3/8 of an inch from top to bottom. We're gonna do, this one's in the white gold, interestingly enough. I love a Savorite in yellow gold, so you may wanna consider yellow or rose, but we give you all three options. There is a blowout price happening. This is one of the most expensive stones I ever get to show you. Truly is. It's remarkable how much money Savorites are when you find any of them, let alone when you get into the really, really strong material like this, where the color is ideal. And that's what you see right there, how beautiful and bright those stones are, how lovely, and just again, that's what we like as far as a green color that goes with everything, works with everything, has that bright, really just again, perfect look to it, and so affordable. You can see what they're going to look like on a primary piercing there. And let's go back to the wheel and show you up close what they're all about. Change them to the yellow or the rose if you want. There's a major value. I know they're supposed to be $44.99. I don't think that's going to surprise anybody. Anybody who's seen Savorite before knows. $44.99. We're taking them way lower than that. It's a loss leader. It just means we lose money on every single one to give you a wow factor, just to make something affordable, because here's the struggle. As much as we may make this look easy, because that's the whole point. We're here all the time. We should make these values look easy. We should make the jewelry look easy, right? When actually it's becoming more challenging by the day. As the days go by, it's more difficult to bring you the values in gems and diamonds and gold as we do. And that's the truth. And you probably recognize that probably elsewhere. You're going, all those other guys are moving their prices up, and it makes sense, and I follow the world and I read my news so I know what's going on. But why is it that every time I tune into TVON, I'm still seeing values as if it was like, you know, the early 2000s? And then comes along a loss leader like this for our top of the hour, where you get an even better value than $44.99, just to make sure that I look at it this way. Not a lot of people are going to have the opportunity to find Savorite earrings. It is our job, if we've got a couple pairs as we do that are matched up like these are, let's make them affordable. Let's not have you wait till someday in the future to get them. Let's make this opportunity happen right now and get you a better value than you could ever imagine, so that even the passive viewers on a Wednesday night are going to say, I got to call in. I got to get one of those. I've got to get that for my collection. I want to gift them. That's what you do, because they're under $1,000. And we're taking a $4,500 pair of earrings, and we've got them for under $1,000. And you know what? I'm not even going to sell them out at $9.99. So here's what I'll do instead. You get a better price. You get a deeper discount. If you don't think we're losing money on those earrings at $9.99, well, I got some news for you. This is like the ultimate loss leader. And they're not going to be $999 for big Savorite garnets matched. All you have to do is call. You can get any gold color you want. You may want to shop them for gifting as well, because when any gem collector finds out they now own Savorite garnet earrings matched to perfection, and we just took a when was the last time you got a $4,500 something for under $1,000? And we're going to take it even lower than that, so you're not spending $9.99 or $8.88. I need callers, and we need them fast. And we're not going to be on this long because we don't have a lot of pairs to go around. But when they're gone forever. We have one ring on a Savorite. I got to tell you, the Savorite's a half carat, so it's about the same size, carat weight wise, but the ring that I have is going to be an Asher cut. So it will coordinate beautifully with the earrings, but not be a perfect match in the shape. So just something to think about, though. We'll bring you a big value on that, too. This is not $888, $799. This is what I live to do. It is why I'm still in this business so many years later. It's why I still show up, why I get a thrill, is because to be up here offering jewelry like this that should be $4,500 on this network. That's not retail. That's not at an auction house. That's not somewhere fancy. It's where we're at right here. What you would pay for this earring, and yet we're not even going to ask for $777. This is why you shop here. This is why a lot of people say, I will not miss a show, because I never know. We don't get to promote every single thing we do. We bring you hundreds of items a day. I don't get to tell you every single piece that's coming up in any given show, but that is why the best thing you can do is be here live, get in on these limited edition items, get in on these live values that obviously should be $9.99. I'm going even lower. We're taking them even lower than $7.77 just to make sure they all go. And we've got 2 pairs, actually 3 pairs gone already now. So this is what, again, nobody's going to wait. Nobody should wait. It's better than even $700 to get you your Savorite earring studs, but with halos in diamonds as well. This is the most impressive part. And it's $699 a pair, and we have a special request next, but man, is this good. Is that something special for Savorites? And if you love those bright greens, and forget about it, I have emerald earrings. For anybody who's saying, I'll just wait, I'll get an emerald earring. Let me show you what my emerald earrings look like. Here are the emerald earrings I have, and they're almost the same price. There are the emerald earrings. So tell me something. I know that that's beautiful too. I'm going to tell you though, I think this earring here in the front, I think that's only for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and 5th piercings. I think it's too small for a primary piercing. That's just my own personal opinion, but I think you would agree with me. And so here's what you do. Skip the emeralds for now, because that's about the same price to buy those little itty bitty 25 points total weight emeralds. Instead, get your Savorites, get you an even more rare stone, but in that bigger size so they have presence on the ear, and then you are living right. All right, so paw ring coming up for, oh, Barbara. No, that's not the same Barbara that's looking for the nail ring, is it? Oh, good. She's with us too. Well, good. Well, different Barbaras, but 2 great requests, and I'm happy to say I'm going to show them both. So let's show you first. We're going to show you the nail ring, then we're going to show you the paw ring. So she's ready to go right now. So I heard this was a request. Just got a chance to bring this back as a recap a few days ago. Or was it last weekend, I want to say. Anyway, keep calling on the Savorites for $6.99. That was just, again, something special there. And please don't take them at this point because I'm losing too much money. I think 3 pairs is enough money lost. But I want to show this real quick. And if you're like Barbara and just needed a second look at this, and yeah, it might be topical right now because we also have a match to a necklace coming up to this ring that I know some of you own. So please, we'll try to keep this short and sweet here. But if you own it, stay with us. We have a lot of brand new to show you coming up. But I just wanted to give Barbara a look, because you know how it is. If you request something, we want to make sure we get all your questions answered, show it to you. But this is the famous Nailed It ring. This is how we actually began the collection with a bangle. And a lot of people had said, well, make a ring to go with it. I'm in. So here it is. 11222946 is the nail ring. This is our Nailed It collection. This is the 79-point version. Even more diamond weight here in the ring than you even had in the bangle by far. It's 79 points in VS diamonds. They go almost all the way around. It's a stackable ring. It's a beautiful high style ring. A lot of people, again, I can't speak for everybody in the world because everyone's got a different, taste, and everyone pays attention to different designers. But if you know couture designers, you know this style. You know this ring, you know the bangle. Probably that's what is most recognizable is the bangle bracelet. That is, we did our own version here. We did an 18-karat gold version. We offered it for $2,000. A lot of you loved the whole concept of the collection so much. You asked me to make you a ring to match, which we did. And it debuted it was probably about 4 or 5 months ago at this point. And very, very popular, as you would expect it to be, because, well, the value. But also, it's turned out to be more popular even since people got their piece home. Now, why would that be? Because there's a lot of people that said, I have a friend, a family member, a fellow jewelry lover who wants my ring, and so I want to get one for them. Or I want to get another gold color because I find myself wearing it so often. This is where you can do that. It's a 79-point diamond ring. It's a wraparound design, but again, it's all soldered. So again, there's no flexibility or adjustability to this. This is made to a couture level. And I just want to bring it to you one more time because on Saturday's show, this Saturday, just a couple days from now, we're going to show you the matching necklace. So I'll show that to you here with the ring so you can get a little kind of head start, or maybe grab the ring too in anticipation of the matching set that you can create this weekend. But you can see we have the yellow and the white and the rose. And this is what I find so magical is that there's diamonds virtually all the way around. There's just always, we like to make a little sizing bar. We don't do eternity bands because we want you to have the ability to size. In the future, if you ever need to, obviously it arrives in your size, ready to wear. Whatever size you need. Half? Sure. Half sizes, quarter sizes, full sizes, and 3/4 sizes are what we offer. So you always have that ability to get perfect sizing to fit to you to a T. But this is what we're doing on the ring. It's only $888. $888 for a ring that is solid all the way through. There's the inside. It's got that nail head where you see, it's the whole idea is it's a nail, as if like, you know, the nail from, you know, construction, the kind you build a home with, right? And that's the idea, is this design has been iconic since the early 70s, but it's becoming, I would say, more and more popular now than it's ever been, and even in previous eras, as iconic as it's been. It looks amazing on the hand. I'll show you here in the white gold. This works on any finger of the hand, by the way. So if you're looking for a really like high style pinky ring or thumb ring, it works there as well. You can see the size it gives you, and then of course it's going to be all pretty much diamonds, with the exception of just a bit of a sizing bar in the back, but the rest is all diamond pave. Those are our VS diamond full cuts we love. And then here it is with that special look you're getting, where all the diamonds on this side of the nail head, as well as down to the very point here. Yes. Oh, good. What color did she get? So glad. So if this helps anybody, and then what I want to do is just borrow the yellow gold here, and what I'm going to do is actually show that over on the neckline with a ring that, or a piece that's coming up. This is a full necklace actually that's coming up this weekend, and so I wanted to give you a little heads up on it by, you know, just letting you know if you like this collection. This is a great necklace to wear every day as well, and you can see it's got that whole nail design to it, but I want to show you how beautiful it is. Different enough, which I love. It's different enough from the ring, but you see how there's similarities, right? So anyway, that's coming up this weekend on Saturday. We just want to show them together, take another look at the close-up of the rings. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm so glad. And then we have a different barber looking for the paw ring, right? So we'll do that next. So this is by request as well, and it's 1110570. Take a look at this. This is the paw ring, and you can keep calling on the nail rings as you please. And we're excited to have that matching necklace on the weekend shows. Because again, it's not like you need to wear the whole set, right? You don't need to. But, you know, a lot of people, some people really prefer necklaces over rings, or bracelets over necklaces, or what have you. So we really wanted to bring the whole complement. But this is 1110570, and what a piece this is to own and to gift. It's another one that there seem to be a lot of items here tonight that I have purchased many times over for gifting. I don't buy a lot of jewelry for myself here, but it's not for lack of love for the jewelry. It's about usually the pieces I fall in love with sell out. But there's iconic pieces like this that come back time and time again that I also find extremely meaningful, like this paw ring, or pave, if you will, and the signet ring, and, you know, different things that I think are really popular no matter who you give them to. And that's really the idea, is that it can be tough to find the right jewelry gifting ideas for everybody that you care for and you love. But there are pieces that are universal like this that I think for any animal lover, it's amazing. It's our 23-point pave diamond. It is a really cool, kind of a signet ring feel, actually, the way it's constructed, because it's really got this bigger, wider platform, and then you see it kind of levels off. But all the pave of the diamonds is set on top of that band. Here is how it's finished on the inside. So thank you for the request. It's often a piece that I think is giftable to those who have maybe lost their fur babies, or, you know, want to memorialize the pet that they still think about and care about so much. And we know how close we become to our pet family as well. So it really, they're such a part of the family. And I know that it's one of those that we get a lot of requests for somebody who's lost, maybe for somebody who has a new pet. Maybe it's their first pet, right? This is a way to really give them something that you can, as the wearer, look at all day long, because we do obviously a great pet paw pendant. We do a little one, we do a big one, but those are not pieces you as the wearer get to see every day, right? You might glance at them when you walk by the mirror every day, but you're not seeing it all day long. So I love the idea that this sentimental piece can be on your hand, where it really makes it great for gifting for that reason as well. So it's 23 points in diamonds. I always find that it looks like far more than that. We do a pendant that has 43 points in diamonds, and this looks almost the same size. So I think you're getting a lot of presence to the diamonds. It's going to be all white, yellow, rose. I wish we had the yellow gold, because I love the yellow gold. It's very, it's beautiful in the yellow as well. But we are showing you a great piece that actually was developed many, many years ago. Gold was less than, diamonds were less than. I'm amazed that this price has never changed. So I'm really glad to say that when you can own something really special. It's also a piece that welcomes in a lot of new shoppers to our show as well. And I think you're about to see why, because it's the value. And you look at the size of this ring. It is, remember how comfortable we made that undergallery so that it can be actually comfortably on, even though it's a bigger style. It's slightly domed, but nothing over the top. We could have easily done this big dome style that makes it more difficult to wear, uncomfortable. We didn't do that. We left it really with that, again, kind of signet feel, but just really low profile on the hand. So that wow factor is there to it. While it still is comfortable, And it's not going to be even $9.99. This is why we love it. Again, pricing, you got to give kudos to TVON and our amazing jewelry department who says, you know what, these are classics. And we know it costs, you know, 5, 6 times more than when we first made it, but we haven't changed the price for you guys at all. So it's another one where it's a little bit of an unintentional loss leader, if you will, because we do go backwards. And that's where, again, we provide you value, because even if you picked it up years ago and you want to come back because it was so well received, we want you to have that same great value. We are committed to value. So even when it's costing us so much more to make it today as it once did, we still want you to have that value, and it's going to be under $800 to get it. When you think about how much gold weight is here, I mean, my goodness, the signet ring with no diamonds at all, you know, costs $888. And that's with that custom engraving. So it gives you, they're pretty similar in their overall kind of feel and style. So there's a similarity to them. So I think when we look at a signet ring that's $888 and we realize this has got diamonds at almost 1/4 carat and really actually maybe a little bit more gold weight here in this ring because of the undergallery that's added, it's an incredible value. And it's not $888, it's actually $799 for the ring. So a request for Barbara, but again, open to anybody who would like one and who wants to celebrate their love for animals, their love for their pet, their love for, again, maybe just, again, great gifting to the animal lover you know in your life that you want to give them something special and meaningful, but yet it's not overly, like a lot of people struggle with the signet ring because they're like, I love that it's personal, but it's almost too personal because I don't know what letters they would want. I don't know if they want their own initials or their kids' initials or their spouse's initials, so I'm overwhelmed. I don't know. This is almost like it says it's got that personal touch, but it's not complicated or overly complicated to figure out if someone's going to like it or not. So it's $799. Just wanted to bring that out for you by request. So thank you for asking for it. It's always a good one to have. And we'll go ahead and give it 60 seconds. Then we're going to get back to our regularly scheduled programming with a lot of brand new. And we're only now 5 minutes away from that Mandarin garnet. 5 more minutes to wait until you see this stunning, what looks like the best orange diamond you would ever lay your eyes on, but it's even more exotic and rare. We'll talk about it. So that's coming up in just a little bit. 5 more minutes away from our big Mandarin garnet in that collectible mounting. And if you want to see something really precious, we've got a Padparadscha. How we did some diamonds here too. Look at this Padparadscha. Wow. Round with just this, look at that double halo, all bigger diamonds. We'll show that next. Padparadscha on the way. Barbara, let us know if that's what you're looking for. That's still available to anybody who would like it. Sorry for the reruns, but we always like to make sure that you get requests in if you need to see something or need to show a friend or say, hey, I think you'd really like this. There it is at $799 if you want that big pave diamond ring. And there's a lot of gold. It's got a great feel to it. I even think you could wear it as a pinky ring if you like that whole signet style and you like those Boulder looks. I would have no problem wearing that as a signet ring, and it can be obviously unisex as well. So great value there, $799. Let's go back to our wheel. We've got a one-of-a-kind Padparadscha that is on its way right now. And this is going to be that unheated, untreated stone, and oh, is it pretty. That perfect blend, pink and orange, naturally together because it's all unheated, got no help whatsoever. This is just all about Mother Nature saying, let's go do something real exotic. It's item number 1124-106, and that is a one-of-a-kind. I'm sorry, I know. It's not going to surprise anybody who knows gems that that's a one-of-a-kind, but there's going to be a lot more than one caller interested. That much I can tell you. So that's because it's an 84 pointer. It's got a nice big size to it for an unheated sapphire, especially the most deluxe color blending you can get in a sapphire where there's pink and orange together. And it's got a diamond weight that is going to blow just about everything out of the water except maybe our Mandarin that's coming up. This has a 133 diamond weight to it. And look at how it's all big individual round brilliance, dazzling around that round. So welcome to Wednesday. So glad you're with us. The big moment, the pièce de résistance, is coming up in about 3.5 minutes. So you don't have to wait all night to see the really, really big deal that I've got. But look at how beautiful this is. Pinks and orange together. Are we ready for this? One caller gets it. My job is to make it affordable. Because the problem is with Padparadschas, they're just too rare to be affordable. And it doesn't matter, it doesn't need to be a huge size for it to be expensive. They all are, especially when they're natural. This one is, that diamond weight is massive. There's not a small diamond in the ring. It's all bigger individual stones, every single one of them. It's that simple. I need a caller on the line. I would feel much more comfortable doing this if you're on the line, ready to go, saying, I love it. Because other than that, It's, you know it's going to go. Let me try it on for you as well, because there is something about it. This medallion style it gives you overall, check that out. The way it's done with that double halo, all accentuating that round. So rare to get a round too, isn't it? And we have one, $69.99. I'm not shy about showing this to you. It's shameful to have to do this, but there it is. That's the ring. There's the description. It's a one only, unheated Padparadscha, and it's $69.99. All of that. That gets you acquainted with it. I know a Wednesday night crowd, because I'm up here, guys, with the Wednesdays, knowing that we got to do something wild. It really is. These weeknights are another animal, right? And when you got a little bit less audience, every weeknight, you got to do some really extraordinary things to make sure the values still happen. So these prices just end up coming down. We'll tell you right now, it is the very, very best time to be shopping these exotics when we're taking really no regard for how rare it is, how collectible it is. We're throwing it out the window. All that matters is that we get this one home. That is really all that matters. So get ready for something a bit surprising, because even when you think you know the value or the should-be price on a Padparadscha, we're here to surprise you. And it's not even going to be $69, $59, $49, $39. It's so good. But it's going lower because I know what we got to do if we're going to see some jewelry out the door tonight. And when we've got the Mandarin coming up, I want to go into that with a really good feeling about this Padparadscha getting a great home, and instead of even $39.99, I was trying not to yell because the voice is right on the edge, guys. As you can probably tell, I was suffering from the flu last week, and I lost my voice entirely for a good 4 days, so it's just why I wasn't with you, and now it's on the edge here. So I'm trying not to yell, but I got to tell you, this one is just, oh, it's so good. It is so good, and nobody likes it at $39. That's okay, because Lolo's here to help you out. I'll make it even better than even $29.99. So we're just saving you more and more as the time marches on. We're going to make it easier. I'm going to blow it out for $2,499 first caller only. That's it. So our final call, and you can even change the gold. You can change it to yellow. You can change it to rose. Do what you need to do to make it your perfect piece, your perfect pod. But that's what's always the struggle, is how do you get the pink and the orange together? Most Padparadschas, they're labeled as that, but they're just pink sapphires. And that's not the case here. This has got that pinky golden blend of colors together. Let's get to our Mandarin. I'm so excited about this one because it was a reject of mine. And you're going to go, huh? She's showing me a reject? No. We started over. I was given this ring. I begged for it because I was so excited that this mounting was actually going to be used for something other than a yellow diamond, because I think I've shown it. This mounting is an icon, but it tends to only be with the same center stone. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. We have like literally 90 minutes left in our Wednesday together. That's it. So I think it all really begins now. This is what I've been so excited for weeks to show you, and I haven't been able to, because here's what happened. This is a mounting that is an instant favorite. It tends to be just beloved. It's classic in its nature. It's got some of our most important diamond weight of all time. It's a carat 96 in diamonds. We're going to skip the Padparadscha. It's still here if anybody wants it, but I got to talk about this Mandarin because we have 112-2967 coming up. Or 2697 rather. I flipped those numbers. I'm too excited about this ring. I don't care about the item number, but we need to have it for you. It is one of those that this mounting has been seldom used with anything but a yellow diamond. The yellow diamond version I've had probably, maybe only a slight exaggeration, probably 250 times on the year. I mean, it seems crazy. It's just, it's one that we keep wanting to bring back because we don't bring stuff back for our own liking. We bring back what you want to see back. And so many of you have begged and begged and begged to bring it back. So we've tended to bring it back a lot with yellow diamond. And yet it's so popular with the yellow diamond, but we don't see it with anything else. And I begged and I begged and I begged. And I said, is there anything that's going to really be worthy? And the answer and the response is always the same, which is, well, the mounting itself is so done up in diamonds that it doesn't leave a lot of room for a huge stone. And as a lot of you know, typically the bigger the stone, the more diamond weight you put with it because it's a more expensive stone. And the smaller the stone, you tend to not put as much diamond weight around it. So that's why this piece usually has been seen with a yellow diamond and Paraíba. Those are the only two I can recall having in this mounting. And it was really tricky because it takes about a 1 carat to a 1.5 carat stone. So you're going to add 2 carats in diamonds. It's a very important mounting. It's got to be something special. So usually it's only for our diamonds. There came along a Mandarin garnet, and it was really special. And they said, we know you've been begging for this mounting with something other than yellow diamonds. Here's the Mandarin garnet. I thought, great, let's do it. Didn't see the stone till it was finished. I bring it out one Saturday morning. I look at it on the air hours before I'm on the air with you guys, and I went, uh-oh. I got to be real with you. It was not a great stone. And anybody would have loved it, and you would have adored it for the color, but the cutting was not perfect. And I'm very particular about stones. It's a thing. I didn't love this cut. I just didn't love it. It had a little window, it had a little inclusion, it was visible on the air, and I know how picky you guys are. You guys are like me. We're all kind of in the same boat as far as how we like to shop for our quality fine jewelry. So I literally rejected it. And it was disappointing because it really kind of changed that whole dynamic that particular day. And so what happened was we went back to the drawing board, and they said, sorry, we just don't have, there's really nothing, there's nothing that's important enough for that mounting. So we're kind of back at square one. And then one day I'm here on a different project. I'm looking through some of the private collection stones, and I came across what I didn't really know what it was, because it didn't look like a Mandarin per se, but it also didn't really look like an orange diamond. So found the stone and immediately thought, wait a minute, that seems to be about the right size for that mounting. And took the stone's in this beautiful like wooden box by itself loose. I took the stone, we took it to management, we took it to the jewelry department, we got together, I said, this is the stone. They said, you can't have that stone. I said, why not? That's the stone. That's the stone we've been waiting for to put with this lavish over the top carat 96 diamond mounting. Not that stone. That stone's not for sale. That stone's not going on TV. That stone is not, nope. And I thought, well, come on now. We've had owners' collections and private collections in rubies lately of museum quality. We've had Tanzanites of museum quality. We've had the museum reserves. Why can't we? It took weeks and weeks and weeks of convincing. Bottom line is, I'll spare you the details, but it's here. And I think you're immediately going to see why. When I saw this stone, the moment I saw the stone, I said, I got to have that for that mounting. It's just a prize all the way around. And this is really the third time. It's only the third stone we have ever seen in this mounting. That's how important it is. So usually what can house a yellow diamond is now housing the prettiest. Please, even if you're going, Mandarin garnet, do I like Mandarin garnet? Do I want Mandarin garnet? Is that on my radar? Reserve all judgment until you see this stone up close and see if you are not completely wowed and dazzled. I see thousands of exotic gems a day, thousands of them. This had me wowed. Just again, for total, just let's admire it and let's look at what this is, and let's just, I know we see a lot of good Mandarins here too, we really do, but that stone is on another level entirely. It is item number 11226997, and it's a carat 20. It's a perfect round. It is not a Portuguese cut, it is a diamond cut round, and it could not be, whereas normally I always say this to you guys, hey, look at the Mandarins and look for a little bit of a yellow flash. You want to see in an ideal clarity, you want to see a little bit of a yellow something. Yellow flash, little fleck of yellow here. Maybe they'll look like it's got yellow diamonds inside. This looks like it's almost, what's even more overpowering here? Is it the bright neon amazing oranges, or is it the bright yellows that are all the way through the stone? So it is our top quality private collection Mandarin garnet that was not even on the table as an option, and now here it is set in a carat 96 in diamonds, and I'm really proud of this moment. So here it is. And by the way, that not so great included not perfectly cut Mandarin garnet. Because it was a Mandarin, garnet, it was deemed good enough for this mounting. So now what does it tell you? And obviously very few stones over the course of many, many years have been deemed good enough for this mounting. So what does it tell you? That this Mandarin is another step up, is the stone that, quite frankly, nobody here in management wanted to let go of, and for good reason, because they supplied to most museums out there. So that's where, again, that's where the stone was supposed to go, and it was part of the family collection. It actually, keep in mind, this was actually a stone that was not discovered very long ago. So it's not about the length of time we've had it, because this stone was only discovered in 1991. 1991, that's a really rare gem. It's a really young gem. Most gems have been around for hundreds, thousands, even zircons have been around for billions of years. So a stone that wasn't discovered until 1991, oh, and by the way, today it's gone. There's no more material coming out of the ground anywhere. None of the mines are actively producing, none of them. So you have a stone that is extremely rare. And the coolest part about this one is it's from that original year. The original year. That's why they wanted to hold on to it. They were not ready to give it up or let it go because this is part of the original. Like, think about that. It's like when you get the first production. If you see a limited edition item and you get number 1, whether there's 10,000 of something or 100 of something or 10 of something, it's always better to get a lower edition number, right? That's what it is in paintings and artwork and sculpture and, you know, handbags and all the things that are numbered and limited. You want to get that lower edition. This is from that original find back in 1991. It's been held on to ever since. So I tell you what, you want to auction it? We got nobody on the lines. Nobody likes it. It's okay. Listen, we don't know what it's going to be yet. And all I'm looking at here is I'm staring at a price where I should get $18,999. And that's probably a very big ask tonight. So as much as it's worth it, let's take a look and see if we can do better than $18,999. More importantly, see if anybody's loving it the way I'm loving it. And by the way, white gold is where it sits. You can do anything you want. You can do yellow, you can do rose. There are enormous diamonds. You know, every single diamond, and we just saw it with Padparadscha, but these are even bigger. You've got every single diamond, and it's just a double halo there in the rounds, and then just 4 more stones on each side. Every individual round is so large here in this ring. So are we ready for something special? I mean, where else do you go shopping for jewelry, whether it's TV, stores? Where else do you find something that's got a history and a heritage and a story behind it? It's one of my favorite things about being here. And I've sold a lot of fine jewelry in my day for 22 years, but never have I been privy to giving you opportunities like this on specialty heritage stones, stones that have a history and a story. And that is what this stone carries with it. And we do not have anybody at $18,999, and that's okay. I'm putting it on the auction block, and I will get it a home. I will get this ring on tonight. No doubt about it. No doubt. There's not a doubt in my mind, because you know what? It's probably going to take some serious reduction to start this auction. It's up to you guys. Here's an idea. Where do you want to start? Here's the other thing. I can give you some kind of guidelines here. When we first debuted this with the yellow diamond back 6.5 years ago, it was $6,500. $6,500 with the yellow diamond. Now, a lot of you might say, but a yellow diamond's more valuable than a garnet, right? Well, yeah, typically, but not this Mandarin garnet. This Mandarin garnet is a priceless stone. I mean, we're talking about when you're in a category where you can't go somewhere else and find it, you can't go somewhere else and get it, I can't guide you to a store, or to a retailer, or to a collector, or to a dealer, or to a miner, or to a trade show to get you one, then that's priceless. That's what this is. And the mounting is enormous. It's one of our bigger diamond weights we do. There have been only a couple of diamond mountings that have ever surpassed this one in diamond weight. So keep all that in mind, and also realize that we're going to take it lower than, I have nobody on the lines, nobody's interested yet, $18,999 probably has something to do with that. I'm going to take it significantly lower than you can ever believe, because we want to get everybody involved. And if we spend the next hour and 20, well, that's what we got. We might have to. It might require the next bit of the rest of this Wednesday night to get this one home. But here's the deal. It's not going to be $18,999 any longer. And now we're starting to talk about people on the lines going, okay, I like it. And if she can promise me a really, 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 really good deal, then I'm in. I'll try it. And you know what? You still got a money back guarantee. So here's what I'll do instead of $89.99, where there's $10,000 off. We're going to go lower than that. And I'm not going to do $89.99 to open. So come on down, everybody, because this mounting is worth a bunch. It's worth a lot more than most mountings we ever bring. I'm going to show it on the hand again. It takes the round center. It gives it a more squared off double halo and frame. It's going to be a $10 increment. But the question is, where do we start? Do we start at 8? Should we start at 7? How about $6,000? Have you ever, and think about it, for anybody who said, well, Mandarin garnet wasn't really on my list or on my radar, why not have a stone? Maybe sometimes something comes to mind and now you realize, I think I got to have that, because it's different, it's bold, it's bright, it's all those things. And we're not asking for $6,000 or $5,000 or $4,000. I need callers. Got none. Got to make sure we get this one home. Can you imagine? Now, if you're thinking, oh, actually, ownership would probably be thrilled. You're right. They'd probably be thrilled. But after this kind of airtime is dedicated to it and all the excitement building up to it, leading up to this tonight, you think we want to put this back in a vault and take it apart? Do you think we want to take that to the jewelers tomorrow and say, hey, can you take that center stone out and we're going to What? We don't have anything else that's really worthy of this mounting. We already know that. This is it. This is the way to go. How about, you know what? Skip it. Let's go $3,000. $3,000 to get this started. $3,000. Could never, ever do the yellow diamond, could never do really anything. I don't care what's in the center. That's not going to happen. So how about we do this? $3,000, $10 increment. We keep that easy. We have nothing else except just an opportunity for you. An opportunity for you to get the superstar stone. A stone with a history, a stone with a story, a stone from all that many years ago. And again, 1991 doesn't sound like that long ago until you start to do the math and go, oh my goodness, wait a minute, that was a while ago. But it's when it was first discovered. It's like, what do we get for the Brazilian Paraíbas right now? The 5-pointers, the 2-pointers that are out of Brazil. Because that was the original deposit, we end up getting, what, $10,000, $12,000 for teeny tiny Brazilian Paraíbas. That's why this is a big deal. There were 3 overall deposits. This is the original from Namibia when it was first discovered. And it's just the prize of the stone. And that diamond cutting is everything to just give it the wow. You know what? We don't have any way to $3,000. That's okay too. If you want it for just the mounting, get it for just the mounting, because I could never sell this mounting for $3,000 ever. Take a look at it one more time. Let's see if we got anybody thinking about it. No, not yet. All right, 60 seconds, and then we move on. Maybe it's just me. I just thought it was a really, so here's the deal. I was in this like walk-in safe. You know, these safes that are like full on, you know, it's not like a little safe like you have in the hotel room when you go out of town. It's like these huge vaults that you walk into, and then you've got shelves and it's all organized and everything's got a little photograph outside the box. And this was, out of all these enormously pretty stones, this one just kind of almost just jumped. It was just an incredible, just wow factor here. We don't have 3,000. I'm not leaving it here. I know it's Wednesday and all, and I know it's a struggle. I don't want to leave it here though. Let's get it a home. What about 29, 28, 27? It's got 2 carats in massive, round, brilliant diamonds. It's got not a small stone on the ring. You can have any gold you want. Please do not let the gold color deter you, although I think with that many white diamonds, you probably want to leave in the white gold. How about $2,600? I mean, the writing is on the wall here, right? We're done. We got to give this one a home, because why not? Somebody who needs a great collector's stone needs to have this. And I've never sold this mounting. It's official. I've never sold this mounting for a price this low, ever. And that stone is totally 100% irreplaceable. It's inimitable. You cannot find another one like it. Trust me, I've looked. I've been on the air since 2002 selling stones like this, but never have had an individual Mandarin that looks like this. 26. Okay, we don't have that either. Let's go $2,500 and then 60 seconds, and we'll find out if we've got the open, and we should. I really do believe that, because for that kind of diamond weight alone, that's a wow. I don't know what else to tell you, except you got to be on the phone lines and just grabbing it. I know there's not going to be a ton of competition tonight, but this is one of those where there should be. There should be. I mean, it really is that wow factor. And I wish, and I truly looked before the show, I wanted to see if I had an orange diamond that I could show you, because I wanted to show you the comparison, because a lot of people might think that this would look similar. Honestly, this looks better than an orange diamond. It really does. Orange diamonds don't have this neon property. They don't have this pop to them. Nobody. Well, I guess we move on. Jason, you have a phone in your hand, but they're not on this one, right? Because every time I ask you, you say, nope, not on this one. So and he hung up the phone. Now, Jess, are you thinking about this one? Oh, sure, I can show the back of the ring. What do you think's hanging out back there? Something living back there? Let's check it out. Let's look at it together. Well, it's got a finishing to the way that the back, yeah, I guess, sure. Let's look at the way it's finished, so it's going to sit nicely on the hand here. Let's also look at what they did. Well, they did a really nice, this is important too. They protected that stone on the inside by adding a layer of gold. So they're really giving it that almost like a barrier between the center stone, and that just means we don't want that stone to get dirty. So you don't ever need to worry about cleaning the stone from behind or getting in there from the back. Just, it'll stay pristine. Give it a little nice, little salt and, not salt, soap and water cleaning every now and then from the top, and you're good to go. Mandarin's not delicate, don't worry. $2,500 we don't have. So guess what? We move on, and we just have spent, I don't know how much of your time invested, but too much. Certainly too much to not get the open. So here's what I'm going to do. And this is against my better judgment, but we've really replaced What's New Wednesday with kind of Wild Wednesday. It's turned into a wild Wednesday. So here's what I'm going to offer you. And I don't think there's going to be any takers necessarily, which is okay. Somewhere out there somewhere in California, management is probably jumping up and down right now that I can't sell. They're probably like, thank goodness. We knew there was a reason we liked her, because she can't sell our really good stuff. She might be able to sell the other stuff, but she's not going to sell the really, really good stuff. But I'm going to make an effort here, and it's a last-ditch effort, because they'd probably like to have this back in their collection, in that armored metal box, you know, under armed security. They'd probably like that stone right there. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to try. I'm going to give it one last effort here. I don't have anyone on the phone lines, no open, no nothing. We had a question about the back. That was it. So here's what I'll do. I'm not going to start at $2,500 after all. I'm thinking about skipping the auction and just pricing it at $24.99. But I'm not going to do that either. Okay, I am going to skip the auction. I am. Because we're not going to get 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 people. So here's what I'm going to do. Skip the auction. Skip it. I don't want to make this about back and forth. We spent enough time on it. And my goodness, we have another hour and 10 minutes. And I don't know what I'm going to sell, because if this is not going, then there's nothing I can sell, right? So let me try to make this happen so we all feel better. Let's get this a home and let's go on with our merry way. And maybe it's not a Mandarin date. That's okay too. But I'm going to make it better than $24.99. And now you cannot afford to wait on the phone lines, because this is just one straight up value. This is a price. This is called a last ditch desperation effort, courtesy of Lolo, just to try and get it down. And listen, that's what you guys nicknamed me years ago. It's just so ironic that, yeah, I'm the one with the low prices, and they're about to go a lot lower, okay, than we should ever go on just this mounting. Do not wait. What are you waiting for? I have no idea, but we have nobody on the phone line. So I'll tell you what, Tony, let's give it, before I give it 60 seconds at $24.99, I'll save you even more. Get it for the mounting. Do we have a jeweler out there? Any jewelers? I mean, we have any number of, our viewership on any given day is all about jewelers, right? They buy from us and supply their stores with our jewelry because it's cheaper. It's cheaper than them making it themselves. So, and they're getting a better quality than they would ever have access to. How about $23.99? How about $22.99? No auction, just selling it straight up. Spent way too much time on it already, and it's still here. I am not going to leave it here tonight. So we're going to take it even lower than even 22. If you don't buy it, please, 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 please understand this. I am never going to have a Mandarin garnet value like this again. So it's either now or never, and there's no other stone I can show you that's any better, that's any higher end, that has the heritage and the history that this stone has. Try it out. You will love it. I'm not even asking for $22.99. It's still here. I'm a little surprised. And if you're waiting to get through, my operators have left the building. I have Jason and nobody else. I don't know where everyone else went, but they gave up on me. I think the second they saw that I didn't get an open at $2,500 on this ring, they were like, I think we can leave for the night and go enjoy our evenings. Let's go have dinner. That's what I think happened. So here's what I'm going to offer instead. Instead of 22, I mean, my goodness, this is a gift from me to you. And take advantage of it, because guess what? When it's gone, and there's nothing else I'm ever going to do like this again, because you know what? It could be my swan song right here. This could be my farewell. This could be my big moment here, the big crescendo, the last finale. It's not $22.99. I have got to offer this at a value that is going to get the job done, that is going to get it a home. So I am trying hard here to make sure that we can make this irresistible for somebody. And I don't know what it's going to take, but it's not going at $22.99. So how about this? Let's take it even lower. Do you have anyone, Jason, dare I even ask? do I want to ask, are you on this one? Maybe? It's a maybe. I'll take it. I'll take it. We have someone thinking about it. That's exactly why you don't wait. Don't wait to call in, because we've got somebody thinking about it. We don't want you to miss out. It's not going to be 22. I don't understand what's happening right now. Somebody, did I miss the boat? What's going on? Something good going on in the world that I should know about? Is there something really exciting happening that I don't know about tonight? Help me. I've gotten desperate. There's panic. There's panic out there. Okay. It's not going to be $22.99. It's not $21.99. We're going to really, I've gotten in some trouble here over the years, been here 8 years, most recently sold like $100,000 pink diamond for 20 grand. Like, I've gotten in some trouble over the 8 years. You know, it happens. You do live TV, you know, you got to keep the lights on. Things happen. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. And the fact that it's still here at $21.99 and it's not gone, and we're going to take it even lower, so be it. It's not $2,099. I'm making this happen. White gold, yellow gold, rose gold in your size. Hey, people that have never shopped before here, never shopped off TV, never shopped fine jewelry, never shopped at TVON, this is where you start. This is where you start. And I say that selfishly because if you start there with that ring, you are never going to ever have to ever shop anywhere for fine jewelry again. You're going to come to me for everything you ever need because this ring is monumental in its value. It's not even $2,099. Take it. We're going to see who's got it here. I would hope that it's got to be verifying right now. I don't think so yet. Who knows? Let's make this the biggest value you've ever seen. It is, I keep looking, is it up there? Is it up there? Is that, I just keep thinking maybe that diamond weight is not up there on the screen. Is it up there? Is there a carat 96 in VS diamonds? Yeah, there are. And is it in solid gold? Yeah. And is that the top quality Mandarin? Yes, it is. And it's not $2,000. It's $1,999. It's the only thing I can do. I have tried it all. I'm gonna hope that does the trick, and let's see who's got it. Take a look at it, and you got 60 seconds. And I will promise if it somehow lasts 60 seconds, I will move right along. And I will, trust me, I will not be allowed to offer that at $19.99. Yes, let me try it on the hand again. Let me show you the inside. Again, just so you can see. And operators, will you let me know if you're verified on this so I know, because I don't want to, you know, be here and then, oh, oops. Like do one of those, you know, because you guys got to communicate with me, okay? Tell me if it's gone and get it to your house. And then remember, you can always send it on back to me and I'll buy it from you. Yeah, actually, you wouldn't even need to really send it to TVON. You can just email me and I'll buy it back from you. I mean, I have done that before. Like, please, if you don't like it, just contact me directly. Skip TVON and just let me know, because I'll gladly put this in my collection and wear that proudly. It's such a fun stone too. It's just always like, it's such a high personality stone. Like I always think, I don't know, my own mom doesn't have a Mandarin garnet, and I always think of her when I see this stone. I always think of her because she's like the most vivacious person in the world. She's just like vibrant and vivacious and the life of the party, and you know, just, you know, that super gregarious, you know, type. So, and I just feel like that's the personality of this Mandarin garnet. You can't have, it's not a wallflower stone, right? It's not a quiet, meek, and there's nothing wrong with being quiet, and there's nothing wrong with being, you know, a little more reserved or subdued. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, if you were looking at it and personifying the stone, you would never look at that as the introverted wallflower of a stone. You just don't. It's just, it's a personality. It's a big personality stone. And it's $19.99. So I'm going to move on. And, although I am an introvert. So introvert maybe is not the right term because, introvert, it's not always what you think it is, you know, introverts and extroverts. But anyway, that's a story for another TVON talk, another time. All right, we'll talk about something else coming up. Let me know if this one's gone. Should be gone. Hopefully it's gone. Congratulations if you get it. We have a big emerald here too that got a markdown. I know there's been a lot of you thinking about this one for a while, and we're excited about it. And yeah, there's some really cool one-of-a-kind still to show you, including that golden zoisite. I didn't show this to you yet. The big Congolese stone, the big one, the big emerald cut. Had the smaller Asher cut earlier, but we did not show you this one yet. Look at that. Huge. Look at how pretty. And you know what? It's one of the first times we've seen this in yellow gold. So that's kind of fun to see. Yellow gold, tourmaline combination. Look at that. That's a pretty one. Let's show it. Let's get this one at home right now. This is going to be, and Tony, I don't ask this much of you, but please erase this tape tonight. Do not let this tape live online. We don't need any video evidence of what just happened on that Mandarin. None. Zero. Please spare me in my career. But here we go. This is item number 112396. Isn't that nice? And this would be a 923 Congolese, bright as can be. And I know you want to see it right up to the eye like that. Wow. Look how pretty. Goldens, greens, blue greens, all of that. It's our 923. It's got 76 points in diamonds. They're underneath. Ooh, Look at that. That's just right. Look how they set it with just a little itty bit of air to spare between the diamonds and the stone itself. Oh, good. You got the star ruby. Oh, good. From earlier in platinum. We have the opal still from that wheel, but I think our other phenomena look like they are now spoken for. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was wondering what's going on in all those phone lines out there. We have pieces from earlier going as well, and that's not a bad idea if you have any. There aren't many, but I knew we had the Congolese Asher cut, but thought you might want to see the big version here. And here it is, looking fabulous, giving that brilliance. How about clarity? If a bridge mounting, the reason, do you know this? The reason we developed the bridge mounting was because we were so excited to show off some clarity of some of our stones. And that's exactly what it does. And you see that, how about that angle? I mean, that's a cool angle, right? Not only do you see the triple row and diamonds running through the middle where they are, but look at how they reflect top and bottom. Is that cool or what? I mean, this is like I would call it an optical illusion, but it's not really. I mean, it's really happening. This is the beauty of having diamonds almost magnified through a bright, clean gem like this is. And so excited to have it. Look at that. I mean, it's rare to see that where you have the diamonds reflecting top and bottom. And boy, you can really see the blues and greens of this Congolese stone. Here's what it does on the hand. It's $79.99, but you know I'm going to have to change that, right? Because we're kind of changing prices tonight. Going on the fly here, off script, if you will. That would be true and apply, except we don't have a script to begin with. So I can't really say going off script, but it's a, you know, it's just a term. But look at that stone. Don't be surprised if I walk in tomorrow and there is a script. Only say these words and nothing else. Stop going on your own and making up your own prices. Stop that. But take a look. Anything to make the customers happy, and I hope we are. So this one's going to be, you know what, skip over $79.99. I think we can do a little bit better. Anything goes tonight. We got an hour left. Let's make it happen. We got 61 minutes to party. Let's make this one $3,999 instead. And then I'm really considering bringing out those big Asher cut Tanzanite earrings. I am really looking forward to those. And then don't forget our phenomenal trio. We have one left only. It's the opal. I had the Padparadscha you saw right before the Mandarin madness ensued. And also that Congolese Asher. So I will recap that just in case this is a little larger than what you're looking for. And if you missed this one earlier tonight, this is the 212. I always say it that way because that's a New York area code. So I always like to say 212 because I always think of, you know, all those 212 numbers I'm always calling. But there it is. That's the 212 or the 212. And that one's got maybe a bit more blue than the emerald cut does, but there's the Asher cut we had earlier. Got that one down to $14.99, by the way. And then here's the emerald cut that is fabulous. That's the 9 karat 23, $39.99. So let me know which one you prefer. I just like to make sure you can see all the clarity showing off there in that stone, whichever one you like, emerald cut or Asher. Can they share the stage? These two stones are pretty, you know, they're pretty wild, right? They demand attention. They demand, they're like the prima donnas of the stones, right? But there they are, sharing the stage for just a moment, just to show you your options. $14.99 on the left, $39.99 on the right. Those are the only two Congolese stones that I have actually in the show this evening. So those are the options. And then we have, are we ready for these? The blue wing block Ds. Showed them, but it was just a quick flash earlier. There it is. That is probably the prettiest earring I think I've ever sold or shown. I know, and you guys, it doesn't matter what I like at all. I'm aware of that, but I've seen a lot of good earrings, including those big, oh, you know what I saw today? It was those huge diamond earrings I sometimes wear. You know, the ones with like 9.5 carats in diamonds? They're here at a discount if you know what I'm talking about and you want the discount on those. But let's just take a gander at these because they're so pretty. They're just pretty. And even if you are just, again, window shopper Wednesday, well, that's fine too. This one I think is going to thrill everybody because you're probably saying, now that is an earring. I've seen big Tanzanites, I've seen big blue wings, but I have not seen that. It is item number 1124072. They start with the most amazing neon Asher cuts, and the reds are beyond evident. But a lot of our big diamonds with Tanzanites lately, or big Tanzanite earrings, they've had very minimal diamonds. And I'm not always digging it because I really think, and I get it, we want to make sure that you have an earring you can wear a lot. But this is a special event stone, so it needs a special event mounting, and you have that here. Because a lot of the big Tanzanite earrings we've seen with 18 and 16 and 12 carats of stones have had 20 points in diamonds, and this one we decided to go all out. You get a carat 32 in diamond round brilliance, and it starts with a hoop earring with an easy hinged lever back style in the back. It's got the diamonds right in the front. Then the entire, think of it like it started as a halo around the Tanzanite, but then it just builds on top of that. And you get that trillion section right on top that leads right into that hoop with that O-ring to give you movement, but they'll never turn the wrong way. And then check out, I mean, it's breathtaking. The amount of reds, this is beyond what we even typically see in regular blue ink. They're both museum reserve. I just don't know if we have room up there for that in the description, but maybe we can squeeze it in. Asher cuts like that, they're almost what? We're talking 8.5 carats each, plus the carat 32 in the diamond weight, plus the length, which I'm going to show you now, which not too overly dramatic. We were sure not to do like 4 or 5 inches in length because that really makes it a little more limiting, I think, but there it is. And wait till you see them on, because when they're on, they're perfectly balanced and the stones show right off like they should to the world. There it is, 1.5 inches in length. So again, nothing overwhelming as far as length. They're not going to be, you know, at your shoulder length. They're going to have that nice drop, beautifully elongating, but wait till you see these on. And they're so easy to put on. It's just a breeze to put them on because it's all a hinge. And by the way, the backing does not actually interfere with the post at all. So the backing doesn't even touch the post. So I say that because if you worry about those style earrings where the post actually goes into the gold, and sometimes over time they can get a little bent or a little misshapen, not going to happen here. Look at how pretty. Aren't those amazing? Just a really, really stunning earring in every respect. And you know what we're going to do? Look at that. Piercing coverage, boom, it's there. Great color, yeah. I just want to move it a little bit so you can really see the reds that are coming through. Every bit of those reds you saw up close, and really, really just truly up close, you're seeing them all here as well. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? And great value too. Let's take another close-up look. I'll pop this one off for you. And by the way, these are actually, looks like they stay in the white gold here. They were $25,999. Now they're not. Top of the hour has arrived, so we're in the last hour. We'd love to hear your requests if you have them. Oh, sure. Yeah, thank you. I thought you had something exciting for me, like a new customer, a new register, maybe the Mandarin's gone, and you just want to know about the air conditioning. Okay. But I appreciate it. All right. So take a look at our $26,000 earring, and we're going to make it a lot easier than that. And how about this? Already in the last hour tonight, where is the time going? Make sure you get requests in if you have them. Still have a few pieces from earlier we can get you to, just a couple, but they're here. So how about this? We blow them out. That's what we do. We're ready. We're ready. And don't forget, this is where you got to shop early because we got one pair. Obviously, it probably goes without saying for most, but this is obviously just one call. They're going to take them. And if you did have, oh, can you imagine if you had an Asher cut ring already? You got to have these. You've got to. I'm getting them under $10,000. It's happening. And I'm not talking about $99.99 either. Remember, you're getting a deluxe diamond weight here. It's not like a lot of even, yes, the bigger stones lately have had smaller diamond weights. That's not what we're doing here. We're giving you almost 1 carat and 1/3 in diamonds to go with your Blue Wing Block D Best of the Best in the World Asher cut stones with all the intense visible reds that you're seeing here. And yet, I have good news. And if you just tuned in, welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you're with us tonight. This is a big night to be here. We got all the values, all the discounts. It's all happening, and you're not even paying $89.99. This is a huge value. And you know these big Tanzanites, I can't bring you the big Tanzanite earrings without them going. They always go, every single time. And like I said, most of the time they have pretty insignificant diamond weight. We really wanted to go up and over and all out on these, and we did. And that was because it wasn't just Blue Wing Block Ds, it was the Museum Reserve Blue Wing Block Ds. It was the Asher cuts that are exhibiting more red than any of the other stones that we've given you have. So all of those aspects, super important, really, really rare. And You're not even paying $89.99. There is a better value happening right now. So all you have to do is call. You got to be first though, because we only have one, and it's the only big Tanzanite earring we have tonight. And you're getting, remember, 8.5 carats in each Asher cut. It's incredible. Big diamond weight. Think about it this way. Even your diamond weight, you're getting about 2/3 of a carat in each earring in diamond weight too. So there's that. And it's not even $89.99. They're only $88.88. Crazy eights here right now for one caller only. So make sure you're on the phone lines. And do we have any requests for our last hour so far? Still have a big kunzite to show you. Now, I did bring out a 14 karat Tanzanite as well. There's a 14 karat individual stone in a brand new, look at this. This is a brand new mounting. Look how great, actually this looks really good with the Asher cuts because it's a square cushion. So it's still got that square shape to it. And it's just a little bit more brilliant because of the cutting internally. So you've got this one coming up. That's on the way. 14 karat cushion cut square. And look how simple and elegant. Big diamonds individually down the sides. That's a looker. So let's start this hour here with something really special. Obviously those are, but they're still here at the moment. And none of the Tanzanite earrings in the big size have been lasting long. But speaking of earrings, can I just give you like 60 seconds with my favorite all-time earring here, besides hoops, because you know I'm a believer that you got to have a stud and a hoop and a drop. That's my belief. Every gal that loves jewelry, that wears jewelry, should have 3 types of earrings. The stud we all know, the hoop, and then there's the drop. These are the earrings I have purchased many, many times over for gifting. And I'll tell you, they are always just completely, completely beloved. They really are. This is all diamonds. From one end to the other here, from this top point of this lever back all the way on down. They create the most stylish, a little bit of an edge, spike design, and the item number is 1110372. This is wild. So excited to have these here. They're rarely here. I rarely get to show them. So this is a thrill for me because, again, when you actually, it's one thing to show you jewelry and just present it all the time. It's another thing when you, the presenter of the jewelry, has literally given it to some of the most important people in your life and your loved ones, and you think long and hard about what you want to treat them to, and you take your own hard-earned money and purchase the earrings from your own shopping network, and you give them. And I know I love them, and I know the reasons I love them and the reasons you've loved them, but then to give them as a gift and to watch people's reactions and to see them being worn, you know, on a daily basis by some of the most important people in your life, I got to tell you, as the kids would say, it hits different, right? It's a little different experience than just say, hey, there's a pretty piece and I can imagine you wearing these. It's one thing to be able to see ladies in your own life wear them and love them, as these have been, and again, I'm speaking from personal experience, just having given these so many times over to some of the near and dears to my heart. So this is really exciting. It's also, though, a last call. Here's what we have left. I have 9 in white gold, and I only have now 5 left in the yellow gold, and that's it. So it's really, really limited, and I'm sorry for that. I know that we have none in rose gold here, so again, sorry on the rose gold lovers. You guys are going to have to, hopefully we'll make them again at some point, but the idea is we give them one last opportunity and let you know it is, because the next time they are made, and trust me, they're bestsellers, so they will, but the next time they're made, they're going to be a different price tag that adhere more to the current gold and diamond pricing market, and not one from, oh, this item number goes back like 7 years. So I would much, how about you? You want to time travel with me and spend what you would have 7 years ago as opposed to like what you would today? I think we all long for that opportunity for anything basically, and that's what this is going to do. So 43 points in diamonds. Wait till you see them on though. Beautiful the way they drop. You know, it's not too lengthy of an earring. I know that looks like a lot. 1 3/4 might induce panic at first, like, not sure I want 1 3/4, but it's really quite wearable. And that, I think, has a lot to do with the fact that they taper the way they do, because you see that even the top portion here up top with the mirror finish gold, that has a little bit of tapered effect. You see it actually starts a little more narrow and then gets wider. Then you have your diamond bezel set. Hello, diamonds by the yard, right? Everybody that wears and loves their diamonds by the yard, get this earring. It's got a little matching quality there with the bezel set, and then the rest is all bead set. Starts with larger and goes smaller, and then to really create that finer point at the edge, they actually used mirror finish gold alone so that it creates that more spiked effect there. There's your 1 3/4, but wait till you see them on, because that's really important too. And they're not overwhelming. I know gals that, like I said, personal not just friends, but family as well, that wear these every day. This is their new signature style. So I don't really think it has to be only a dressy earring, but they certainly can be that way too. Easy snap-in closure on the back, so it just hinges. It flips down. It never detaches from the earring. It simply just lines right up, and then you click it into place. So you'll actually hear it click, and that's when you know they're locked and closed. Here's what they look like though from a distance. I want to show you that so you can see how beautiful they are with that little bit of that, again, mirror finish spike at the top, and then it gets into those diamonds here as you have the length of the earring down, and it gives you movement. They're so pretty, they're feminine, but again, a little just not even the basic stiletto style, but with that little bit of that extra point, it really just creates an elevated look. They're under cost yet again. This is the last time though, so last call. We've got, remember how limited we are on the white and the yellow gold, and that's it. So here's your chance to pick them up. They're under $1,000 tonight. They're not $999, and just think and imagine, and this is what I love the most. It's weird to say that when there's all these, you know, dripping in diamonds, but this little way that it almost looks like a hoop, and the way it's really close to the ear, love that. And love that it's mirror finish first and then gets into the diamonds. Just looks like a very important earring, because it is. We'll go back to the close-up and show you what they look like here, and they're not even going to be $888 or $799. Last call on this price tag. White or yellow gold, it's what we have remaining once that current quantity is sold out. We see them come back, but they return at a different price and a higher price. Nobody wants to have to spend more than they once could. So take advantage of them tonight. We'll get them out the door for only $777. If the very first callers want them, we'll count them down. Yellow gold and white gold. Remember, more limited actually in the yellow gold than we have white gold here for you tonight. So keep that in mind as we are already cooking on these phone lines, because it's what happens every time this earring is up. It's that really popular, really iconic drop look. And it's only $777 for the pair, so take advantage of that. Then don't forget, we've got, we'll take requests all night long, well, for 45 more minutes, which is all the time we have tonight, and we'll be happy to help you out there. Don't forget big Tanzanite, 14 karat. Anybody interested in that one, let me know. Also have a really good couple of unheated purple sapphires for you to choose from, bigger and smaller. We've got a Mahenge spinel necklace we're reducing in price, and that's kind of fun. It's a new one. And then we also have that Savorite garnet ring and a big wheel of blowouts too. So let me know, operators, do you have white or yellow? Because, okay, so one yellow gold's already gone. Oh, that's great. They already have the white gold. They're coming back for the yellow gold. I love that. Thank you so much. We do. That's a great idea. Sometimes we see that with our hoop earrings too, where one is never enough, and it's fun to get another color of gold on. When you know you wear it and you know you love it, try the other different gold colors as well. And $777, congratulations. Jason, which one for you, by the way? White or yellow? Okay, so white or yellow, we've got the white gold going out over here. So far pretty even here. It looks like 2 in white, 2 in yellow have gone. And then we'll get to our Mahenge necklace. I do, by the way, have a diamond band that's pretty classic. It's our 3-row style. It's our triple row. Look at this, diamond band, men's or ladies, really important diamond weight, over 1 carat in diamonds. If you like a wider diamond band, make sure you stay with us for that one. And there is a gigantic museum kunzite. I haven't shown this, I haven't talked about it, was probably thinking about maybe skipping it for maybe tomorrow night, but you know, the more I look at it, the more I realize that has got to be on the air. We have got to get you acquainted with this stone. Get requests in if you have them. Happy to help you out with those as well tonight. Would love to do so. We've got a final 30 seconds on those earrings. You will love them. You really will love them. I promise you, you will love them. So given that we've had these really big Tanzanite earrings, and they're still here, by the way, and then we have this really important large 14 karat, would you guys be in the mood to see this one tonight, or should we save this? Because 14 carats is very large, but look how we set it. I know you saw it up close, but just to show it on the hand here, with those really big diamonds on the sides, it's a trio of big round brilliants on either side. Isn't that a great look? So you get the 14 karat, but it's a square cushion cut. Isn't that great? That's a good one. I bet you we could do some really fantastic pricing on that one for you, even though it's a big size. So let me know if you want to see a little bit more. You know what we have to get out the door, though? They asked me if I could probably just, they say, would you like to go ahead and do a discount and sell something out? And something that's been it was a labor of love to create. And I think we made too many. And so what happened was, it's a style that you guys requested quite a bit for many, many years. And it's kind of like the new updated version of doing a cross pendant, except it's a necklace. We got a little bit, how should I say this? We got a little, you know, we really sometimes get these ideas. And we think they're going to be a really good idea until we put it all together and realize how much money had to be poured into it to create it. And then we regret it because we think now we're going to have a tough time offering that. Because what we did was we wanted to put together something in Mahenge spinels that was not just a single individual ring with a single individual stone, but we wanted to bring you something in a necklace. I've got to warn you here, this is only one gold color and we only have a couple left. And they have asked me politely and kindly to just reduce the price and sell them out tonight. So I'm going to do that. We're going to attempt to do that on a very important and pricey, or was pricey, necklace. It's 1119316. And there is something happening with this spinel necklace tonight that if you want to gift this to somebody, you got to do it now. We're not going to see it again. It's retired in its design because, well, we cannot make this anymore. We simply cannot. It is an actual, well, it's a carat 07 in Mahenge spinels. Very large individual round brilliant stones all the way through this cross. Now, this is that sideways cross. So instead of being a pendant that you have to supply your own chain, it's an entire necklace altogether. The necklace itself, what it does is it's adjustable. We added all 3 adjustable lengths that are classic for you. So you can give it for gifting. You can always be, you know, really tailoring it to that perfect neckline every day. But what we did was we used really big stones. All round brilliance. You know how expensive these stones are. They were discovered in 2007. They were gone months later. It was months later they were gone. So very, very, very few to go around in general. I'm talking worldwide. We added really big stones here in the round brilliance, matched them to perfection, and got you over a carat of Mahenges, which if you know rings in Mahenge spinels, you know that's like a $5,000 value. We're taking it extremely low. I'm going to take it off this little display and show you on the hand because it's the size. It's the scale. It's the size that makes this so important. We did a slight sideways and slightly curved effect to the cross as well. And I'll tell you why that's done. So if you want to wear it right here centered up, you can. But what a lot of people do is wear it here. And they put it to the side so that it is more upright. And then that curve is allowing you to have just a perfect, like, you know, we say it's ergonomic. This really is to the neckline. So when it's on, it just looks like it was custom made. It follows the curves of a female's neckline and décolleté area so that it really looks incredible. So you can wear it off to the side. I do want to show you the adjustability. I mean, that's really where it's intended here, is to wear it off to the side like this. And then it makes it, oh, layering. It looks so good layered up with other pieces as well because it's so unexpected to have this cross style on the side. Here's the lobster claw clasp that you're getting. Of course, 3 different lengths built in. We also, because the cross is a larger scale, we did a really large chain link as well. So it's got a much heftier chain than most we would do or most we would use. This is really how it's intended to sit. Love this look. Wait till you see it on the neckline. It's white gold only. So the only decision to make is really how many would you like because of this newly reduced price and it's not $49.99 any longer. Let's show it. I got to show it against the neckline here so you see what it looks like. Whether you want to wear it more centered or not, it's totally up to you, but let's take a look. So this is how it looks more centered on the neckline, and that's, of course, if it were a little higher at about 16 inches. You can obviously opt to wear it lower or higher as you'd like. But really what the intention, and I think you're going to want to do, is probably wear it off to one side so it's upright, which, by the way, I know that's on the right side of your screen. It's actually on the left side of your body, so everything's reversed on TV. So just keep that in mind, just so you know what to expect. But that's how it layers so beautifully. So it's our huge discount, no longer going to be $49.99. This is great for gifting. Oh my goodness, because obviously cross pendants are out there, cross necklaces are out there, but in a hot neon pink like this, in a rare, rare exotic stone, very tough to find anywhere else. I honestly don't know who would have anything like this anywhere on the planet except us, and we're doing under $1,000. Want to try and get it to a giftable price point. Get it to that gift-giving price point that you might love and make it really affordable, not like $49, not like $39, not even like $9.99 like I said. We're taking it ultimately low. They've said, here's what we have, all in white gold. Let's get them all out the door. So that's what we're doing tonight, making a really very, very purposeful effort here to just sell them out. one last final time on the air. So even if you're thinking, I know it's only May and we're just mid-May, but my goodness, if you're thinking about Christmas coming up at the end of the year, that would be something to get tonight and put aside and save, because we're not going to have it between now and then, and it's not even $888 to get the entire necklace. You're getting a carat of 7 of hot pinky red, super ultra neon mehenges, and you're not paying $800. It's $799 for one last call. That is it, though. That's the only time now to get it. You can see the size. Actually, let me put a ruler up next to it also, just so you can see that it's actually over an inch. And I know it's not completely straight up and down, but just to give you a for instance on the size here, it's really just slightly over an inch, about an inch and an eighth there, from the top to the bottom. So really good, but again, curved so that it fits along the side of the neckline, or you can center it up. It really is how you place it on the neckline. And I did want to show you the finishing. Let me show that up close, because the finishing is so well done. This is also, you can still clean your stones, but look at how beautiful that is with all that mirror finished gold in the back. And then, I don't know, I'm mesmerized by even looking at it from the side here. You see how bright and lively and neon those stones are, and there they are, up close and personal, just vibrant diamond cut neons in those mehenges. So that's our last call on that necklace, $799. So if they're still here, great. We'll probably be putting those out. There's some like silent auctions and things that we donate to. So again, last chance to get it, $799. All right, coming up, let's get to the hot pink kunzite. Similar kind of color here, but out of the Afghan pink spodumene world. And here it is. What looks like an emerald cut and cushion cut combined is 1124123. And it is, well, quick, one of a kind here. Now, what I am stunned, because I have kunzites for you all the time, and usually when they get anywhere close to 10 carats, that's when the price skyrockets. A 2 carat's large, a 3 carat's large, but it's the ones here, and I can only speak for us and what we do. When we get close to 10, the other day I had an 8 carat 82. I'm going to tell you something. My 882 and my memory is pretty good when it comes to pricing, because these discounts are so monumental, but I had an 882 kunzite the other day. I think it was more money, and it's gone. It sold. It was out of here very quickly. We're about to share with you not an 8, not a 10, not a 12, not a 14. We're going to show you a 1649. It's a 1649 that is going to be priced as if it is half of its size. So for anybody who has ever said, I see these beautiful larger stones, I would love to get one, but the price, as any gemstone does, the bigger the stone gets, the bigger the price tag is going to get. That's just the way that the gem world operates. Here's where you get to save a bundle, and the diamond weight is massive. We've only seen this mounting one other time. It had a Tanzanite. Now you're going to see a 93-point diamond weight, where I think the real headline here are the individual size round brilliants that you have on the left and the right. Do you see the east and west here, right directly on the sides? Do you see that massive diamond? That's sitting atop some pave that then just caresses the sides. It doesn't go all the way around like a halo. Instead, it really wraps ever so slightly around the corners. It almost reminds me of the way you would do a photograph in a frame, right? And when you do the matting, you know, before you put in the frame, you do the mats around it, right? And that can be just that little corner of, just to really frame it. That's what this reminds me of. And then look at those massive diamonds you have on the sides there. We are going to do something wild. It's 93 points in diamonds. Like I said, if you've wanted a bigger stone, this is your moment. It's got this intense pink and purple and neon blue color to it right there. Yet it still lights up from every single angle. And you see, it's actually a modified cushion cut. So it's not that straight up and down parallel faceting like an emerald cut, but it's actually like a really succinct scissor facet that's almost overlapping over and over and over. Let's take a look at it on the hand, because that's the important angle there, to see those colors coming through, the ultimate neons. Hey, I'm going to price it like there is no other kunzite here, and that's just not the case. We've got smaller stones that are priced for more, and I want to make an effort to make sure this goes. And I know we've got kunzite lovers out there. It's been the hottest stone of late. We get tons of requests for it. Let's make it easy. Look how beautiful it is, though, how it's going to give you an intensity of color, but it's still going to give you the brightness, that sheen, that beauty, that super bold, bright color and life to it. You got to be on the lines here, because we got to, I show it to you. There it is, $89.99 for that ring. That is exactly what it should be. Considering we've seen 8 carats go for what, 4 just recently. Well, that's not what I'm doing here. So obviously it makes total sense. You got double the size. We should be double the price. You got to add for those really big diamonds there, that important newer mounting. Not going to offer for $89.99. When I tell you this is going to be gone in 30 seconds, it really will, because this is the issue. You've never seen a price tag like this. Something's really, really up right now tonight. We got to make sure we keep moving jewelry in the next 33 minutes. So here's how we do it. Cheating these values, giving you bigger discounts, beyond. On brand new, by the way. This is brand new right now. Looks like it needs a little extra polish here on the surface. But truly, it was just a few days ago. Was it Sunday? Was it Monday? What day did I have my 8 karat 82? I feel like it was Sunday, right? Sunday or Monday? Here it is on the hand again, now polished to perfection. It's not going to be 8,000. Promise you that. We're not even doing $4,000 on this 16.5 carater. This is deluxe. The best. Had only I held out for kunzite of this era, because when I bought mine here nearly 8 years ago, we did not have this level of color. This is the ultimate high level. It does not get more saturated or more neon than what you are looking at right now. And it's also not $4,000, and it's also not $3,000. Okay, somebody's taking this, and it's probably gone already. But you know, I'm here to make sure that every single piece goes for the rest of the night. And you know what, Jason? No, I'm not going to do. I'm not even doing 3,000. No, I'm serious. I'm not going to. I'm not. $29.99 still too much for tonight. This is why you're with us on a Wednesday. And let's now make it a point. Wednesday, you got to be shopping TVON, because look what's happening with these values. And like I said, we had an 8 karat, I think it was an 882, sold for more. What right here, this is going even lower. So I'm not stopping the discounts. We keep it going. You're not even paying 29, 28, 27, 26. It's double the size. Double. There's no reason now to hold out on the bigger stone of your dreams, the ultimate neon. It's got the size, it's got the neon, it's even, heck, it's a fancy cut too. It's this modified superior cut, and it's not even $26.99 or $25.99. Going even lower than that, unheard of value. And with all those big diamonds, this is one of our newer mountings that we've created. It's only been here one time before. And so obviously it's not going to be something you see a lot of, because how many stones are going to fit into that mounting, right? It's a big size. It takes an enormous stone. We're going to do it for $24.99. Only one. Make sure you dial in if you want that one. We're verifying. They were verifying at $3,500. Now we're another $1,000 off that. And it's here for $24.99 only. That is I'm telling you, there's some values here tonight you cannot miss. It really has been the story of tonight, are the values. Let's get to our triple row diamond band. We've got, again, still a couple diamond drop earrings for you in the spike design as well. And anything else you have requests for, questions on. Shall we do auctions for the rest of the night? Do you want to do some 0 to starts? Why not? Maybe we need to do that. We can do whatever it is you need, show you whatever you want to see, but it's last call on our Wednesday. That ring should not be here. Not with 93 points of incredible diamonds when it's $24.99, and you even get the opportunity and the luxury to change the gold if you want to. So that is what we like. It's the exact, whatever you like is what we like. When you like it, we're happy. If you're happy, we're happy. If you're not, we're not. That's as simple as I can make it here. And so we say, give us your size, give us your favorite gold color. Let's make it exactly tailored to you and for your desire, because obviously we want it to be perfect. And even with a markdown like this on a brand new piece, that is exceptional. All right, so $24.99. Grab it if you love it. It's so good. It's so good. I mean, it's just, like I said, I'm going to trade mine in one of these days. I know that's not allowed. I mean, right? But I seriously, I need to upgrade. Sometimes that happens, right? Where you go, you know what? I've been living in this diamond ring for a while, but that TVON's got those VS diamonds. Let me upgrade. Let me trade up. That's what we allow you to do. So even if you've been shopping or collecting for years, these are the ways where, let me tell you something, you cannot get a better kunzite color than what is happening right there. Okay. So I have 2 sapphires tonight. Let me just show them because they're both rare. And I'm going to make it look like they're not so rare, because I'm going to put up 2 in front of your eyes for you to look at. And they're both unheated. This is really important. This is the round I've been flashing. It's got a little bit of purple and pink. This one's more true purple here in the bridge. See the difference? See, A lot of people would just say purple, but you realize in this gemstone kingdom that we get to enjoy, it's not always that simple. And you see here different nuances of color here. That's why I'm putting them together. Obviously, they're two different sizes, shapes, and mountings, but I want you to see them side by side. They're unheated sapphires. And at this point, you might go, you always have them. Well, we kind of realized something a long time ago. It's kind of what we strive to do. We spoiled you once. You know, most sapphires are heated, right? Most every gemstone in the universe is heated. Most every gem that ever comes out of the ground is heated. That's the way it works. With sapphires especially, sapphires usually need a little bit of help. It's no different than when we get up in the morning, we probably do something before we leave the house. You know, we brush our teeth, we brush our hair, we might put on some makeup, we put on some, clothes that we feel good in, right? That's the idea. It's the same thing with gems. You know, sometimes they just want to, in order to present themselves the best they can to the world in fine jewelry, sometimes they need a little bit of help. And that doesn't mean it's not a natural stone. It just means that it's an acceptable treatment that almost every stone undergoes. But we got really, it became interesting. It was a turning point one day where suddenly, many years ago, we brought you a sapphire and we said, hey, this one's not heat treated. It's all natural. It's all unheated. And everybody lost their minds and said, well, that's what we want. To the point where it became this thing where every time I had a regular sapphire, couldn't sell it. Couldn't sell it, couldn't sell it, couldn't sell it. And you said, I want the unheated. So at this point now, we pretty much strive to bring you primarily unheated sapphires. And even when they are, as these are, exotic colors. This is not a blue sapphire that's basic iron and titanium mixed together and makes a blue sapphire. This is one of the more exotic colors that only happens when there's vanadium present when the stone grows in the earth. So vanadium is what produces those beautiful purple colors. But still, we want to show you there's purple pink and there's purple blue. And that's what we have here. So the round is item number 112-4105. And then that's going to be a carat 14 unheated stone right here. It has pink diamonds and white diamonds together. That would be 9 points in the pink and 110 in the white diamonds. So that's what it looks like in the rose and the white gold. That stays as is. Then we have item number 112-3272 over here. That's our bridge mounting. And that is a purple, true purple, like it's a, and I know it's got one little fuzzy in the prong there, and I don't want to hurt the stones, so I don't know if I'm going to be attempting to take that out, but that's a little polishing wheel in the prong. So again, we'll get that out before it's shipped to you, but I got most of it there. So that's going to be our 168. It's a larger stone in the oval, and that is going to be unheated as well, and that's 105 in diamonds in the bridge mounting. So here we are. Two options, two prices, but both really, really inexpensive for what they are because I got to move jewelry. So how about we make this the last 25 minutes to remember? Which one is your preference? Which one is your favorite? Both unheated, both over a carat. Carat 14, pink and white. Here's our carat 68, 105. Actually, interestingly enough, this ring has more diamond weight than this ring. They're both mighty, but they do have a little different diamond weight. Let me know what your favorite is. One of a kinds each. The bridge mounting can be changed. The other one cannot because it's got pink diamonds with it. So we went with the rose and the white together. But here's our option for you right now. You get to choose either one. Guess what? $69.99, $59.99. That's what I should rightfully get if I was a good host. Good little host. You know, do what you're supposed to do. Get the prices on the bag and $69.99, $59.99. Or you can get Naughty Lolo. And then we're going to take these prices much further lower so that we can get some jewelry out the door in 25 short minutes. So here we go. And it's rare to have two purple sapphires in a month, let alone in one show. So welcome into Rare. And it's not going to be $69.99 for this one. This is under $3,000 for a carat 68. That's all the graphics you see right now is for your right side right here in the bridge. That is no longer going to be $59.99, nor is it $3,000. It's also not $29.99 either. Here's what it looks like on the hand. If you like this one, call me quickly. Here's what she looks like. That's what it looks like in that bridge with a carat 05. Looks like the stone is floating above a bed of diamonds. That's one way to go. It's less than $29. Do you have a favorite so far? Oh, good. We like the traditional classic purple color that you see here. If you do, I'm going to get it down another $300. We're going to make it $2,699 for that one. That would be for the oval and the bridge. Now, it's even less if you want to get the carat 14 round. So let me share that with you here. That's going to be our carat 14. Take a look at 112-4105 on the hand with pink and white diamonds together. Remember, your total diamond weight is 119 in the pink and the white. It's 9 points in the pink and 110 in the white diamonds. It's under $2,000. What did I just say? Under $2,000 for this round. It's $19.99. That's it. So you have a choice of, do you want the bridge, $26.99, that's the bigger stone, more traditional, true purple color. Do you want to go a little more pinky purple in your round with pink and white diamonds beside it? Under $2,000 for that style there. Let's go back up close, show you together. So you can get that, look at that bridge. Look at that stone, both unheated, untreated. They are vanadium rich. That is the only way you get purple colors naturally in sapphires, is by getting that vanadium content. That's what allows them to be these unique and exotic colors of sapphire. May not be an exotic color in a quartz, right? We know amethyst exists, we know Tanzanite exists, but this is where you're getting a really durable stone. Sapphires are very durable. They're 9 on the Mohs scale. So remember how durable you get? A lot of durability with sapphires that you don't get with the many stones. The only stone that tops it in durability is actually going to be a diamond. So you got those two. It's going to be your everyday wearable, wonderful piece. Let's move on to our 3-row diamond band. Any questions, any requests at all? I do have a cashmere sapphire, and you can see how this one is different. It's got a little bit of purple, but it's got a lot of pink and red to it. That is from the Cashmere Mine. It is, and it's GIA certified to tell you that as well. Speaking of sapphires, if anybody wants a combo, we have green and pink together. It's kind of a unique style and piece, so just let me know if you need to see that. And then I did have a massive reduction on an emerald here that is one of our largest, that's really one of our most talked about. So what we did was we powwowed and said, you know what, it's time to get this one reduced so that we can get it at home, because we know it's not here because of lack of interest. It's only here because it's been a higher price tag, as is going to happen with a 2.5 carat stone. And then, guys, I think we're going to auction everything for the rest of the night, so tell me what you want to see, because we're going to put up some 0 to start, no reserve auctions, and move some jewelry. It's the only way I can get jewelry out of here. So here we go, 112, 16, 17. But for as many, and I've got a list a mile long in this bag of ladies that are shoppers here that have requested this, wanted to see this, had themselves like on a little, wish list, kind of like a wish list, wait list, if you will, for this piece. Well, tonight's the night it comes down in price, and I'm so proud to be able to do it. It stays in the yellow gold. 251 is the size of your emerald, so it's a really exquisitely large emerald. And of course, it's the square emerald cutting, basically an Asher cut essentially. And it's a 106 double halo diamond frame to it. So you get the double halo, it's accentuating that edge, that border that you're getting here. Let's take a look at it, and you see it there. It's $49.99, so we got a brand new price tag on it tonight that we're really thrilled about. So a huge discount on that one, and then I'll try it on, because watch, I know we're up close. And yes, it's an emerald and it's huge. So you're going to see some things. You're going to see inclusions because it's a natural emerald. Let me show you. It's got a little surface smudge on it. So let me get that off, and then I'm going to try it on. Because you know me, I'm just a perfectionist on everything. So let me just make sure it's perfect here. Ah, there we go. So now look at the glow. Look what that does. From a distance away, the way that stone is lit up. How many times have I had this on the air and tried to get $18,999, have not been able to do it. And for a 251, they retail for $32,000 a carat. So you have to times 32,000 by 2.5, so you end up somewhere in the $75,000 range if you're lucky, just for the center. Then of course you would have to load it up with diamonds, give it that gorgeous double halo, set it in gold. That's all pricey to do. Our price is $49.99. I said it. I think it was up there for a minute. Yeah, there it is. And that is $49.99 as our discounted price. Okay, so coming up, got some really cool pieces to share. We do have a Mahenge heart shape if anyone's interested. Some tourmaline. You know what else you guys have been loving lately? Big pearls. We have a huge 16mm Tahitian pearl. It's only the largest pearl here. So I'm going to flash it. And I know we had, remember how many of you missed out on those Tahitian pearl strands the other day on Monday? This is my largest pearl here by far. It's a 16mm. This would be like if I came on the air and said, hey, tonight I'm going to show you a 28 karat diamond. You'd probably stick around. You'd probably be curious to see it. You might say, you know what, I really have never seen, have you seen a 28 karat diamond? Have you seen a big diamond that's 20 or 30 or 40 carats? There are not many of them out there. Usually you got to be invited to one of those, auctions in Hong Kong to go and spend literally tens of millions of dollars. That's what we have here, is that equivalency in rarity. It's a platinum piece with a 16. Sweet 16, you better believe it. It's a natural Tahitian pearl. It's a South Sea Tahitian pearl. It's got a 16 millimeter diameter. That is how we measure pearls. People always ask me, why isn't there a carat weight on the pearl? They're measured in diameter. We measure them with a millimeter gauge because how big the pearl grows is what is equivalent to a carat weight in a colored gem. So what we look for is how big is the diameter. And then that's not it, because there's a lot of big pearls out there, but they're all these weird shapes. You've seen them before where they're like, we call them Baroque. It's kind of a nice euphemism for not so good. But where it's bumpy or rolly or it's like a potato shape or it's got this weird oblong shape, those are Baroque pearls. They're cool. I like them, but they're not the highest quality. It's kind of like equivalent to having a lot of inclusions in a diamond. Even if you had a diamond that was huge, okay, but is it filled with inclusions? Then maybe that's not so attractive. So this pearl's giving you everything. It's item number 112363. If there's anything I can bring out from a vault, I mean, these boxes are filled with jewelry. So tell me what we can bring out in the next 18 minutes. We don't want to make it a complete wash. We want to just go ahead and show you. You're here, so why not tell us what you'd like to see tonight before we go, and we'll get you a value. But this one's just fun. You know, this is a little bit show and tell. This is like bringing me back to like those kindergarten days where you're really proud to take something in and share it with the class, right? Well, you're my class today, and I'm really excited to share a 16 millimeter because after doing this every day for 22 years, I haven't had one. So it's kind of exciting, right? It's just big. It's a big deal. It's a gorgeous color. It's perfectly round. It's all the things you want in a pearl. It's got the beautiful purples and greens that you see are really glowing. There's one little characteristic on the side here. And that's not something you're going to see when you're wearing it. It's just because we're really up close. Diamond weight on this one, we kept it simple. It's 17 points, and the diamond's right over here on one side. It is entirely set in platinum. And is that a little floral over here? Yes. You've got a few diamonds up top over here as well, but that's a little floral carved into your platinum. What a pretty way. I mean, it's giving me like island vibes now. I'm feeling like vacation here in a ring. The pearl feels exotic. The platinum with the floral looks like the floral you put behind your ear when you're in Hawaii. But we're so excited to have it. And you know what? Cheaper than a trip to Hawaii, probably. Just, you know, it's something that as much as I would love a trip to Hawaii, and that would be beautiful and meaningful and all those great things. You know what? This is going to last longer. This is going to be something you don't have to think about and remember. You've got it on your hand. And for this size, I just want to blow it out. And this is a really good price. But I know you guys are going to scoff at $12,999. I get it. I'm right there with you. Let me try it on, though, so you get a little size perspective on this ring, because that's really important here. And I'm going to prop it up on my hand because it's a little too big for me, just ring size. Oh, I can handle the pearl. I can handle it. I would wear a dinner plate. I mean, if I'm all about the big jewelry. But this is just about, look at this from all the angles. Perfect round, look at that. Great diamonds on one side here, done in diamonds, one side here, the floral. I just want to blow it out. Do we have a collector of pearls? Maybe June coming up. Hey, anybody got a birthday next month? I bet somebody out there does. This is your birthstone. It is. It's just the most colossal version I can imagine getting you in your birthstone in a rare exotic color. And it's not going to be 12,000, 10,000, 9,000, 8,000, 7,000. 6 or 5 or 4, it's not going to work tonight. We got to get it lower. And there's only this one, and I've never had a 16 millimeter Tahitian pearl in a ring. I've never done this. This is just, it's a moment. It's a moment for collectors to rejoice and say, maybe that's what you've been waiting for. Maybe this is what you've wanted. Maybe it's what you're looking for. Maybe if I get the price really, 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 really stupid cheap, you'll try it. Because it's not even 49 or, whew, we're so dramatically under cost. Please, I just hope this pearl doesn't take any personal offense to this because I'm obviously underpricing it. I'm undervaluing it essentially. Because if that's our price, $13,000, can you imagine what that would be in retail? You know that big retailer that does pearls. You know the one, they specialize. They don't have a lot of locations anymore, but they're in the big cities. They're in the really, posh areas, and that's all they do. I'm going to have to see if they have I will call tomorrow. I'm going to call tomorrow and see if they have a 16 millimeter. I bet you they don't have a 16 millimeter. And if they did, ooh, look out, that price is going to be big time. 6 figures all day. This is not even $39.99. 16 millimeter. I just keep on dropping. It's your time. I mean, you got to get on the lines here. You've got to, because this is it. It's the moment. Take a look. It's not even $39.99. First caller. Let's see what we got. I got one piece. It's enormous. We'll make it $2,999 only. One caller takes it. And it's just, I mean, that's just a really cool stone. That's a unique, exotic, what is it now? Organic gem. We're all about organic these days, right? I mean, is it a big deal to get, you know, is it worth paying an extra $5 for the organic bananas over the I don't know. But you know what? In an organic gem, they are really rare. And boy, you pay dearly for that. You pay dearly to get that organic gem because it's made in a living organism, which is why it's such a challenge to end up with a size and a nacre that is as smooth and perfectly round as this is. So that's going to be $29.99. How about that for some rare gem material? I just never thought we would see the day that we would get a 16 millimeter Tahitian pearl, but it's here today. So let's have some fun with this one. This is a diamond ring. Now, guys, we still have a little assortment of jewelry here. If there's anything you want to, you know, ask about or see once again before we go, please let me know. I'm going to give you a choice of here. I'm going to give you some rings. These are all pieces that in this last 3 hours, nearly 3 hours, I was supposed to show you and present at various prices. I'm going to throw some jewelry up here like a diamond band that's a classic, a Tanzanite round that is a rarity here because it's a 114, and I'm going to throw in the Savorite. Now, you might remember I had Savorite earrings earlier as a loss leader. Well, we have a Savorite ring, and you know what I'll do? I'll just put our bands on the sides here. We'll bring that Tanzy right up front, carat 14 round, and this is why you stay with us till the end of a show. This is probably going to be the last thing we see today on our Wednesday night here. And trust me, I'm going to lock these phone lines up. Before we go, we'll probably be here for a few minutes after we go off the air with the way I'm going to lock these phone lines up with this value. Because here's what I have. I have a brand new Savorite Asher cut right here in a very ornate wide band. That'll be our widest of the three. That Asher cut, by the way, is a 50-point Savorite with 7 points in diamonds. I do have over here the diamond band, which gets you a carat 09. 3 rows, 109 in diamonds, side to side. Then we have the round Tanzanite. Now, this is something that I know we get requests for, just about 100 a day. For those of you that say, is there anything that's in a Blue Wing Block D that is smaller and more affordable? Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's that moment. And you're going to choose any one of the three, and none of these have been on the air yet tonight. I've flashed that diamond band. You know the diamond band. I've been selling that diamond band for 8 years. We're going to give you a value. It's either a carat 09, it's either a 114 Blue Wing. Oh, by the way, that 114 Blue Wing does have 52 points in diamonds around it. And then you have the Savorite, which is brand new tonight. We're talking hot off the press tonight, brand new Asher cut Savorite that is just bright, vibrant, true, pure green, exactly what you want your Savorite to look like. I need some callers. We're going to light up these lines before we go. We're going to make a statement on this Wednesday night that is going to be, nobody's going to want to turn off their TV between now and 7 o'clock p.m. tomorrow night because this value is so good. You're going to want to stay and watch old Larry King infomercials, God rest his soul, just to see that you don't miss a thing, right, between now and then. This is what's so crazy about this. This is the value to get in on. I got to move some jewelry. I'm going to help you buy jewelry cheap and get something important and impressive. And for anybody who has said, I need an affordable Tanzanite, this is the most affordable Blue Wing we have. And it's happening right now. And you get to change the gold color on any one of the three. And you get to go ahead and get your size. We're still going to include that as we do. We're going to ship it to your house for free. It costs us like $280 to ship every package to you. Guess who picks up that tab? We do. Not you, we do. You don't pay a penny for the shipping. We pay all of that. So here's your chance to pick them up. Terrific trio. Yeah, it's going to be terrific. All right. We're going to do some wild things here. But let me know which one of the three is your favorite, and we'll try them all on. And it is end of the night, big grand finale, huge trio opportunity. This is the 114. Tons of gold in each and every ring. That's what I think is so really kind of striking about this, is that let's start with the fact that these are all bigger rings. They're all wider rings. There's a lot of gold presence here, and yet they are not going to be $29.99, $39.99, and $29.99. That's how they're supposed to go, $29, $29, $39. Every single one up here is going to be the same low price. We're at the end of our night. And if you never, ever, ever, ever watch a TVON show again, I got to tell you, that's okay, because you know what? This is the wheel that's going to beat every value I ever bring. I mean, this is your big moment to take something, whether it's a classic like a diamond band, totally unique like a Savorite, whether it's going to be your blue wing block D that you've been waiting years for us to present, something of this affordability, here's your moment to get it, because nothing up here is $29.99. Change your gold, get your ring size, get it shipped to your doorstep for free, and then still take your time and decide if it's right for you. Because you can always send it back and get your money back, and it's no big deal. If you don't absolutely love it, send it back to us. We will take it. And that's the thing. You get a moment to really try it and see what it's all about. Yes. Okay, 9-carat Congo, we will flash again. Thank you for that request. I will get that back up here, and let's make this whole wheel under $2,000. Here's that Congolese again. This is a different price, of course, but that was $39.99 earlier tonight. It is a 930 or 923 rather. This is our 923 emerald cut. I'll show it on the hand. This does have the triple row in diamonds that run underneath it here, and look at that, barely. I mean, that's really cool that they put the stone just high enough so that you can see all that depth of that stone from within. You still get to have a little separation between your diamonds and that stone, and just look what that does. That's not the courtesy of some kind of special filter on a camera lens here. That's the stone working its magic, bringing you brilliance and brightness and neons and all that. And that's our Congolese stone. So just FYI, that was $39.99. It's 112-3926. If you have any questions about that, let me know. And I know it's a departure to see the yellow gold. We can do white, we can do rose gold. So if you like the more traditional gold combinations with your Congolese stone, feel free, because you get to choose your gold color. So we're not demanding you keep it in the yellow gold. You can change that up. It was $8,000. It's now $39.99. And here's your moment to pick it up if you like a super ultra high-end, clean but large stone all together in that emerald cutting. Let's go back to our trio. Not any, or $29.99 is not going to be your price. We got to take this even lower, and we are ready. We are so ready. Love it. Love that you're here at the end of the night for this very special opportunity. Savorite on the left, diamond band on the right, and a blue wing block D carat 14 in the center. You take anything you want. They're less than $19.99. I really mean it. I really do. I'm ready to get them out the door. We're going to get very busy here. We already are. Thank you. The Savorite's already verifying. That's a 50-point Asher cut, 7 points in diamonds, tons of gold. Here's where you get the most diamond weight by far. Carat 09. They're not even $1,500 a ring. $14.99. That's too much. $13, $12, $11, $10.99. We are here to wow you at the end of our Wednesday and hopefully get you something you may have waited a long time for. I think that's the case with the Tanzanite. I know there's a lot of people who want a bigger diamond band. Maybe it's an upgrade. You want to go wider. You want to go with the 3-row style. Maybe you just don't have VS diamonds yet. You want to experience what those are all about. Here's how you do it. Not even $1,000 a ring. They are all $9.99. Your choice of. Every single one under $1,000 a piece, and all you have to do is let us know which one you want. That's it. Or take a couple. Take that Tanzanite and the diamond band, because you've got some real classics there mixed in with some very unusual that, let's face it, you're not going to find anywhere else you shop. Are you going to find Savorite in an Asher cutting? Are you going to find a carat 07 or a carat 09 rather in diamonds that look like this on the hand for under? Tell me where you go that you find diamonds that are over a carat in diamond weight, set in gold, not a plated gold, not a plated sterling. This is solid 14K gold, white or yellow or rose, and you get a carat 09 in diamonds for under $1,000. That is not happening anywhere in this jewelry land. So this is your chance to pick it up. And that's the most popular so far. I already have 3 of those gone, and we just got started. So $9.99 on that one if you'd like it. Notice how the diamonds go one side to the other when it's on the hand. It also, this is a style that some of our gentlemen purchase as well, because they're looking for maybe a wider wedding band and they want to do diamonds as well. This style is wide enough to be, I think, suitable for the guys as well, even if they want something a little more wow and a little more impressive. So 3 rows gives that to you, $9.99. Let's take another look at the 3 options you have. It's the 3, 4, $9.99 each. Take advantage, and you could get all 3 for under $3,000 as well, which is not a bad way to shop. So let us know who's got what. Diamond band, remember, it's 109 in total diamond weight, because I know these graphics aren't up. Yes? Tanzanite on the pinky, sure. That's going to be item number 11238882. Here's the Tanzanite round. Here's what it looks like as a pinky ring on me, just for reference. Sherry or Carrie or Terry, I'm not sure who it was, but for reference, I usually wear, as far as ring size, just to gauge, I usually wear a 3.5 or 4, depending on how wide the ring is on my pinky. So that's what this one obviously is not properly sized, but I'm kind of hovering it here for you. It's currently a size 6, but look how beautiful that is. It's large for a pinky ring, I would say, just based on, you know, what I normally see on, you know, pinky rings, what we're normally comfortable with. I would say it's a large pinky ring, but that's something that's very in vogue right now, is to wear larger presence pinky rings. So you can do that. So that one's, remember, 1 carat 14. Blue Wing Block D, it also has 52 points in diamonds. You're getting over a ½ carat in your diamond weight. It's all the way around the stone and then down the sides of the ring. Let's go back to our trio, because you have a choice of. Each one is $9.99. Each one has a gold color choice. Each one's going to be sized for you. Each one is shipped to your doorstep for free. Yes, even if you get 2 or 5 or 10 rings, every single one's going to ship to your doorstep for free. And we have our final 3 minutes left of the show, and we'll see you tomorrow night. I hope you'll hang out with me tomorrow night as well. Really appreciate your company tonight on this Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. That means that we do have a show from 7 to 10, like our Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday always are. And so we hope that we can all hang out together tomorrow at 7 o'clock Pacific, 9 p.m. Central Time, and 10 p.m. Eastern. So keep that in mind. A lot more jewelry still to come. And guys, I got to just remind you that 16 millimeter Tahitian pearl is still here, set in platinum, for under $3,000. That is under $3,000 for a 16 millimeter in platinum. That's amazing. Still have our big Congolese. Don't wait, because a lot of pieces go at this point of the show. You guys have no idea. We spend a lot of time taking orders after the show goes off the air, because everyone's making their choices. So this is the Congolese tourmaline, 9 carat 23. That one's down to $39.99, and a lot of people talking about that one. So 2 minutes left in the broadcast. Ask questions, make requests, give us a call. We'll help you out. We'll help you place orders and so on and so forth, and get you hooked up with everything you need. But to get any one of those rings for $9.99, yes, here's our Savorite on the hand. That's got so much detail with the cutouts and the rope texture border to the sides. And yeah, it's not every day you see an Astrocut Savorite from the garnet family right here. There it is. And look how bright and lively that is. So that's also $9.99, white, yellow, or rose. Jason, which one did you take? Okay, now good news is we have a few diamond bands here in white, yellow, and rose. So the 3-row band, very popular. That's our 109 diamond band on the right side of your screen. That's $9.99. They all are. That's been very popular, continues to be, always should be. And look at the way it's finished. This is why. It's a lot of gold to start. You're adding a carat 09 in diamonds on top of a wider band as it is. So there's just a lot of value there. There's a lot of value in your triple row VS diamonds, and we have a final minute left to broadcast. So what can we help you with? What questions do you have? Is there anything we could help you with from previously? There's only a few items left from the night. I'll flash that big kunzite. How? I mean, again, this is just, it's a matter of end of the night perplexing here that we've got a 16 karat 49 Afghan museum grade material kunzite for under $2,500. That's last call on that one, just to keep that in mind. So that one's $24.99 if you want our big 1649 kunzite, right there for one caller. And last chance, last call. Thanks again for being with me tonight. Happy Wednesday to you. I hope you have a great Thursday. Hope we can again join together at 7 o'clock Pacific time tomorrow night. That is 9 p.m. Central Time, and that's 10 p.m. Eastern. We'll kick off 3 hours of live jewelry for you tomorrow, and the shopping is going to be real cool. So hope you can join us then for our big Thursday. And like I said, let us know if you have any questions or want to place any orders from tonight. We'll be here for a few minutes after we go off the air. But for now, thanks so much for joining us. From all of us at TVON, we wish you a great rest of your Wednesday. I'm Lauren Blair. We'll see you tomorrow night.